Good evening, fellow comrades and lovers of freedom across the globe. This is Biafra Alpha Power Media. My name is Amaz George. Ikechukwu, I reside here in the United Kingdom. And today is the 25th November, year of our Lord 2023. And it's 17 minutes on top of the hour here in the United Kingdom. And the same 17 minutes on top of our 9 p.m. and 8 p.m. here in London and Biafra land is 9 p.m. And we are reaching you from London. And I serve Indigenous people of Biafra here as a coordinator in North London. And tonight is the continuity of the expose of the menace of the so-called dogs in Italy. The Italy escorts are with me here in the studio. They're going to come in and introduce themselves before we go into the course of the day, as we promised that we will come here and do the justice. Maze Obichukwu Ogro, please can you introduce yourself to Biafrans, the Italian National Coordinator. There, Maze.
Maze, good evening, Machineke.
You're welcome.
My name is Romanus Obichukwu, the National Coordinator of Italy under the leadership of Mazenam Dekan.
Thank you. Mazi, please take the stage.
Good evening, Mazi. Good evening, fellow comrades. Good evening, Biafrans. I am Ikechukwu, National Financial Secretary, IPOB Italy, under the leadership of Oyendo Mazenam Dekan, the Supreme Leader of IPOB. Day one.
Mazi Ekezian, welcome.
Good evening, Mazi, and good evening, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedoms. My name is Ikechukwu Ekezie, my special God grace, IPOB 3 National Treasurer, and also Sandona Coordinator. There were no Muchinek.
You are welcome. You are all welcome this evening. Today is the continuity of the apparent expose that we have embarked upon in Italy. To lay things to bear, and tonight is going to be where we stop from the episode 003. Tonight is 004. Before we go forward tonight, I just want to chip in some things. This program is specifically for this expose of cabals within DOS in Italy, families. Well, there's something that caught my eyes, and I wanted to just comment on it. And I'm going to need your opinions before we go forward on this program. Now, everybody knows what is going on in the zoo. It is not that we deviated from the real thing, but the real enemy is the enemy within. Like Onyendu told us to go and watch Enemy at the Gate, without knowing that our leader understood the people that he was dealing with. And is reverberating today that everything our leader have said. I was watching someone yesterday, commenting about our people have betrayed the zoo. He mentioned Fela. He never mentioned our internal leader, which is supposed to be the first person before he mentioned Onyendu. But the guy said that our leader knew what he was about to embark upon. That's the difference between Maz and Nankane. Onyendu wasn't copying anybody. He has the agenda and the mandate. Now, the main thing I want to comment on is about when the election surged, everybody, our people was carried away. Nobody paid attention. They told them to go and get the presidency. IPOB is going to release Onyendu. We told them. I did a program and I played Ezu River. IPOB is a stone cold and he's a part of establishment. He is a politician. They're playing that game because what they did was to drift attention of our people. And they threw that our people, some of our people bought it. They're still testing the ground. Everything you see them doing today, still holding on in the SS dungeon, is to make sure you people continue talking. You see them in the social media talking about Christianity and Omenana. All these things are distraction. I'm not saying that our land shall remain a freedom of worship. Our leader said it. just like the land of Israel. Anything you can worship the sun on the ground is entirely up to you. You dare know we are Republicans from birth. So, but what I'm saying tonight is this. When we told people that IPOB was a distraction, and he was part of the establishment, that he never came for any good of any people. If he could say what he said in this video, I want to play this video. We all will listen to it because after the election, I played Ezu River. I did a documentary. It's in YouTube. And I did a program on Biafra Radio. Ezu River massacre was over 80 Mossops were massacred. IPOB was presiding as the chief of security of Anambra State as a governor. And Mossop brought him to where he was. They elected him because after was the party that Ojukwu formed, just like as a former Mossop. We should not forget all these things. Our internal leader was bamboozled. That our leader refused to be in this path. Now, when he said this word, and he was very angry when he was addressing the press, I want to play this audio for us to understand, and they're still playing on our people's mind. And I keep on saying this. If we miss this opportunity we have, our race is going to go in the extent. Without further ado, I'm going to play this video. Let's listen.
Problem happening now. You see, this is what I'm saying. We should all come together. Even you as a journalist should look beyond the election. People are dying of hunger. And we're talking about the election. What happens?
Did you hear him? That he shouldn't talk about the election, that people are dying of hunger. This is same IPOB that have made people, they have distracted all the whole, I will put it in this whole Igbo race. Including, in fact, it's so sad in all this town region because every single person, including some few Zoo Nigerians were involved. But he confused everybody thinking that he was fighting a just cause, but he has an agenda. If he could speak like this, tells you all you need to know that he never came for any good. He has a purpose, and that purpose was to make sure they create fraction. You see what Chikedozie and his cronies are doing. This particular strategy was what Nyanwodo proposed in 2017 to weaken IPOB within. And when they found that our people was going to butt into this BS about IPOB, imagine as a president, he decamped from PDP and joined Labour. We told you, everything we have told you. One thing is, logical conclusion is that after we told you, you're going to come back and just like whatever our leader have said, come to pass. He said we should stop talking about it. He wants to make Nigeria walk. Sick of Africa. But Mazen Nanikan is languishing in the DSS dungeon. That is not his primary problem. His problem is to save a country that have despised you. Very important. I'm going to need your perspective on this. Let's listen to this audio.
In the next election, I've said this publicly. IPOB is not desperate to be Nigerian president and desperate to see Nigeria work. Your children are suffering. So don't ask me that type of question, please. I'm begging you. Let's talk about how to save the country. If the country is working, I mustn't be president.
Now, someone asked him a very valid question. He wouldn't answer that question. Instead, he was very, very defensive about it, saying that they shouldn't talk about it, that we should talk about your children are hungry. But you claiming that you lost the election. Why wouldn't it be a discourse if you are truthful to your own self? Why should it be a problem? You went to tribunal. One day we are going to court. We told you guys all these things was state managed. All these things was part of their plan. Everything you see them do is to weaken the force of our people, to dip the attention of our people from the real cause. Because imagine man can still remain in the SS dungeon. And all of you are jumping like antelopes without focusing on what you should do. Talking about something different other than to restore your own dignity. This is the part of the problem. Do you remember what Gowon said? Gowon said, if I knew that Igbo man in particular loved money so much that he couldn't have picked up any arm against Ojukwu, I should have given his cousins or brothers money to go and fight him. Exactly what is happening today before me and you. Mazogo, I need your perspective, please. And to continue, this is episode 004. for your avoidance of doubt, please.
Thank you, Mazi. I think the message is very, very clear to the rest of the world and the so-called themselves obedient. Some of them, when I met them on the street, they can't even look at my face because they know what they have committed. P2B have caught deal to destroy the restoration of Biafra, but it's quite unfortunate that he's a failure on arrival. And I think what he said now is very, very obvious that P2B, after you killed our people under your watch, put in a zoo river, today you say you're not desperate about being a president. Why did you come out in the first place? That's the question. Why? Why did you come out in the first place? In fact, this our men, I still concur with our leader, said when Biafra is restored, we must go for DNA because some of these people we are seeing today, they are not an Igbo people. The blood of Igbo people is not in their vein. That is the fact. Maz is very, very pathetic. Very, very pathetic.
Yes, I know.
There were Maz.
Thank you for, it's very obvious, but for those that are watching us, this is episode 003. I'm going to put it manually because I think there's some error. I didn't change this before we start this program, and that is my fault. But it's what it is. It's episode 004, which I'm going to probably put it on the screen. So much amount of work to do. That's the main thing. So it is what it is, But it's 004 to avoidance of doubt. Now, yeah, what you said, my brother, it breaks my heart. Can you say something about this? And after you, Mazek is here, then can we move on in the main thing we came to do, please?
Thank you very much, Mazi.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, talking about P2B, we all know him. At the initial time when he came out, we warned them, we told them that P2B is just here for distraction. He came with an evil plan. The first person, the first politician to start killing agitators was P2B. He was the first person that started killing those agitating for freedom. He started it. P2B is somebody that you can't just... I believe our people, if at all they can learn, if this had taught them a lesson, I don't think they have learned something about this. Remember when Ojukwu died? This guy just brought out the Abga, their attire, their uniform, and burnt the attire with the picture of Ojukwu on it. He just brought it out and burnt it. That alone should be enough. That alone should be enough for our people to understand.
Yes, Mazi. Yeah, of course we know. It's fine. It's okay. But like I said, it is very important that we point out on this direction as where we are and where we are going as a race. Because our people have just, you see, there is even the content creators are using our people for that content creating about our stupidity. When we only look right that our people are weak and imbecilic and docile, some people don't realize what our leader was saying. Mazek say something so that we can move forward. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mazi George, for giving me opportunity to say something. You have already analyze what P2B is. At the initial stage, when people are saying P2B, I ask some of them here in Italy, how can Fulani man allow an Igbo man, after they have committed all this atrocity, to take that position? How can it work out? People are just this man is just, they brought this man to just distraction. Obasanjo is backing him up, or all the rest of backing him up after he went to the London they just negotiate the game there. And he came back and said, you have joined the Labour Party. One thing that baffles me, did you see, after the election, Peter Obi can be able to tell the world what happened to Ezu River after the autopsy, that the federal government did not allow them to release the autopsy of those people killed in Ezu River. After the election, why did many people are asking him this during the time of election? He didn't say a word. He didn't utter a word. But after election, I saw it in Sahara report that the federal government stopped the investigation of the autopsy. And this man knew that these people, some people are the people that voted him into that power of Apoga, that position he was in Apoga. But today, what happened? So, my brother, what our politicians are the problem on Igbo land. The problem in Igbo land are our politicians. That's the people that kept us where we are today. They are the people that are causing us tears in our eyes. There is no atom of humanity on them. That is the cry of our leader today. That is why our leader is there to liberate our people. Peter Obi, those that are following Peter, those obedient, it's not obedient, obedient. Where are they today? Where are they today? They don't reason, they don't think.
Yes, Mazi.
President.
Yeah.
Mazi, let us take it here.
Thank you very, very much. Now, fellow comrades and lovers of freedom, like I said, tonight is another episode of 003 on the intruders in the cabal of I won't call them DOS because these men are no longer IPOB member, but what they have done in Italy, the threat, all the evil they have done in IPOB, we will be unveiling them because after, everybody know that the so-called Agone Chenkita, no one has heard of him because since after they went to, I think the BTV has been broadcasting all over the world now. I think CNN, everybody's watching the CNN. After the jamboree in Italy, I think they have not broadcast though. Is today I saw some write-up. Who's going to broadcast? The one that lives in Germany, the guy that said that is going to take them to court because they were deceiving him, giving him false hope that Biafra was going to come. Can you imagine? Is the person someone that cannot speak comprehensive English? Is the person they want to anchor the television station of BTV in quotes? But let's bring the audio of the killer himself, China Samoru, the murderer himself. The conversation between China Samoru continues with Mazo, the national coordinator of Italy. This is a threat. Everything they have done after tonight, the next segment is going to be the response of those that were part of this whole plot, because we are going to play their voices as well to show you how, because we're talking about P2B, but the people that are actually more dangerous than P2B is those within IPOB. Because everything they have done, they use them to actually to penetrate IPOB to a certain degree, and they have continued. And the zoo is playing in the gallery because everything you see, any news you see, they want to, project our people. All these things boil down to drift attention on the real core thing we are all fighting. Very, very important.
People, they know me. 8 years ago, very mad discipline. Yes, I'm not allowing him. I allow my knowledge, but I am already a disciplined person. Mazi Chinasa, and when I was on chain making Marana, Marana, Mbemsa for IPO, Anama as a floor, now World Campus, principal officer. I appointed him as a PRO, I never contested for it. I appointed him as a zonal coordinator, I never contested. Even Mbenka Abiara, I don't have everything it takes to be a nation because all these things came from now, but of course, for Kamnabara, he may sign the Uzuma Beke, he bring his Asiki, he bring no Quasic, no, Swab, he gave from Mazda Banosimo, Nia command and control. Can I challenge you? No, you're doing your order, Nagan, and see about me, Dafa, Umbuno Triranya. Alpha Mesro and Liranya, this one day 1 year, this one day 1 year for one on Kiranya, only back one, I'm not for the Sia Gabo, Gabo right you go. You can buy something. You might have with me now. You might have with him. You might know what he had with him. You might with him or beginning. Now, something IPOB to him now, every I got no more.
Mazi, I think so much digestion.
Mazi, I'm going to digress it because he has to say what he wants to say before we interject. Okay? I understand. I want him to finish. When he finish, I'll speak.
Okay.
Because I got some more money. Now, 1 day and 1. Let's suspend the 1 day and 1. But people will not do. That is where it is. Because I can take nonsense from people. Because now somebody wanted Nande Kano or now somebody wanted to in 2024 or 2018.
Now, for those that are listening, this is the continuity of the conversation between Austin Alba and the European rep with Italian National Coordinator. This is the episode 004, and this is the threat. Now, the voice you're hearing is China Sanworu's voice and Mazogo, which is on the studio, Italian National Coordinator. He make a reference. His reference was that what IPOB want to do, which they've done. We know what they did. And we have audios to, because we want to let people know, as much as we are fighting enemy outside, it's about time we table things that have brought us where we are today. Because a lot of people have a lot of people are having doubt, a lot of people are confused based on the body language and their action they have projected for over 28 months now. Now, is literally threatening you, directly telling you what IPOB want to do. And that thing they said they want to do, they did it. Because Mazi, I don't have to mention what they say they will do. Because at the end of the day, there's no dude that are going to explain it. It's very important people listen. Because I don't have to say it for them. I want them to confirm what China Sanworu say, what IPOB, they have taken enough nonsense. But remember that China Sanworu have got no business with Europe whatsoever. Even the ESN that is messed up and has murdered so many people back home, has got nothing. It was specific tax he was meant to be doing. Now he went extreme to dabble into everything after they sold our leader. That is why he's threatening you, because he's threatening you to submission for you now to say, I'm going to back up. Now, he's mentioning Mazin brother, but you are there to defend your sister that have not added anything into IPOB. None of your family members have done anything for IPOB. You are a member of IPOB with mouth, because if you ask China Sanworu, bring your receipt, you've been paying money. Not what is it now. From let me say the first time I had your name, 2015 till now, you've been paying money. I don't think you can produce that receipt to us, to be fair. But we will continue because nobody knows who you are, unless the pictures we are seeing. So Mazogro, everybody will have their time, but we cannot say what they want to do, because that particular what they want to do will come up on our next segment. If you didn't say it here, we are the people that have what they projected, their plan came to light. Just how they went around the world destroying IPOB within, because their job was to destabilize IPOB. Remember, the women in South Africa said so many people drift IPOB to Simon Ekpa. They said it with their own. It's not also. How about this is on record? They know what they were doing. It is not something that it is not mimicking. This is what premeditated, project, and they were contracted to make sure that IPOB got into extinction, because our leader will die in prison. That is the agenda, nothing else. And anybody telling you something else, don't listen to that person. Let's listen to him.
And I made them one day, and they asked me anything of when I was IPOB. And I made friendship, open a friendship, Yabo. One of my friendship with you. And I mean, even though go and ask Master Banimo, we cannot say, Afia, recharge card. Aporomia, Sian and Guy, Sian, because I'm a Rasican Takanata, Sia, one Nga Abara. Pico, I actually because maybe you might get each of when you did. They got to go to the talent upon her recharge card. They got to what that drive. They told them what that drive. Everybody, nobody should generalize everybody. No, generalizing all men. All because when you do know, there were many things named IPOB they don't know. Talent is not part of anything named IPOB. Many things on them, one and one day Muku, and one day Muku. You don't know Clemronayama. You don't know. Because I don't have problem from scratch. Where they are, where it is involved. Now we get on few things, so you can go personally. Now, you live with the rope. Because
well, I'm going to interject here. Do you see how demented and useless this guy is? Now, Mazen Nanik, you are just a member. Where are you? You live in Kuwait. IPOB was started from United Kingdom. You don't live here. You called on radio before you met Mazen Nanik, just like every single one. Even me that live in United Kingdom, I called on Radio Biafra before I speak to our leader. The fact remains that what Bakana Takana have done in IPOB, he don't know. And Onyedi don't need to tell you. Don't forget, Mazen said, I have 3 plans. Those close knows one. My deputy knows one, and I know the rest of the 3. Now he's telling you that Kanan Takano knows nothing what is happening in IPOB, that's acting upon Wanye Woko, his brother. Kanan Takano, number 1 is that he's a member of IPOB. But firstly, Kanan Takano have contributed with every blood that is in his vein for this struggle that I know of. Because when they do Biafra, nobody knows about Kanan Takano. That is why you have to respect our leader. Our leader is a man that is different. He never brought his family to put them. He should have put Kanan Takano in a position. He never did it. Just like you now, you're pushing your sister. You are pushing your sister, but our leader that is the spirit of religious people didn't do it. But you are forcing, threatening people. Tell you the difference between you. If you were in Mazen Nanika, because you will never be in that position, because nobody will listen to you. That's the fact. What Kanan Takano know in IPOB, you don't even know it. That's the truth of the matter. I want to clear that. I want to collect that impression that what is done is doing it based on Onyendu. Now, it isn't. Just like you, they give you specific tasks. What do you know about IPOB? You know what they allow you to know. You're not the brain behind what is happening. Because as you can see, Onyendu is nowhere to be found. And what are you guys doing now? Absolutely nothing. Very important.
You know that my internet every month is $30. Internet, likewise, €40 every month. I'm a IPOB, spend my money. How am I going to IPOB without taking the money? I got my IPOB a few days ago. I spent $2,000. $2,000. Because they request royal people, they are as low as human national. They request because head of finance, I'm not with head of finance. Even I can account no here. So you have an ambassador here. I am a commander. Then came back with Puchena, then I am on the name. When Kurusum, Unuyasna, I do my biasia, Unasumuna, this year, no, did say that? Couldn't you? When did you start saying that? When you people started saying that? When? That has been. No. No.
It's very, very pathetic. This guy, his double standard is what is baffling me. He said, Madam Nenyanya has nothing to do with ESN fund. Very, very pathetic. Very, very pathetic. And all this information is, look at what he's saying to you. Imagine what he has told other people. The pressure that have gone around the world convincing people. This thing happened here in the United Kingdom. I remember when people were calling me on phone. I know one or two guys that called me indirectly to see my view. They want to get the opinion from. And I told them, I don't gossip. But as he's talking to you, so is because he told you first, I don't get involved in Europe. Now, in this world, he said, he gets involved everywhere. So everything he's telling you now is what he's doing is gross insubordination, because he's talking ill against even a superior principal servant over him, which I have fought for this individual, which I didn't know who he was. The mindset this guy have, this kind of people don't supposed to be part of what we are doing. His mindset, it is not someone that's supposed to be around what we are doing. I'm telling you. Very, very important people understand the kind of people and where we are now. The position we are in IPOB, these are the people that we shouldn't allow to even come close in what we are doing. Very important.
This media, something in them. When you do the media, they don't know. And I charge the only 1,500 naira. And they motivate. Finance on the other so forth. And you want 6 cents you as of them for that's what I'm 1.5 million naira. Phone 50,000 and 200 on and they put my men on ground of the honey. Tell me, to put your phone and as sponsor. As sponsor the media. The media I feel my brother do that. What you do they would take 70,000. 30,000. This last night that I had a use here. I requested 3 times because I don't requested and then they can't tagama.
You see, onye do ne wote ego ne. You see how he's talking down of our leader. Onye do one wote ego ne. I mean, you see, the day I told people that this guy have pathological, I don't know who this guy is, but that's why the guy is not visible. Because I wish that Nonya, the minutes no one man will give a meal. Forget about all this nonsense coming to be without a shot. This guy is Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I have not seen anybody in my entire life that's more close than this animal. Now, no. Austin Abani now is the one that's supposed to be involved. If Madam Nenyanya is not part of finance, so Austin Abani is part of finance. Common European web is part of finance. Do you see how these people have messed up? And this is the reason why so many people sit down pondering. And this is why we are saying this, because this shenanigan need to stop. This is what he said. He's talking to someone. A private conversation, talking down. You have talked down Onyendu in this conversation more than 3 or 4 times. As if this is a plot. A plot. Because that he thinks that Mazen Nandekano will not come out of prison. And they went ahead and poisoned the heart of every single individual that's relevant in IPOB. Don't they will capture them. People like us, they found that it's not going to wash. But it's important that this kind of a voices, we are playing it. Very important.
They said they don't have data. Because the talent amateur, where they go. Because we have idea. We don't know where idea. The best of the Singapore had a chance. I said not to one, but also to know the kind of people we are dealing with. The kind of people. Only do what I'm since 26th of December. Ghana prison ebunu gamarande umwaka ina musina prison. 3 people are about 3 days ago. This was the people who seen in December. When they got together, no matter how boys in the prison. 41 of them, 2 people. The other man they were the other day from Ebony prison. The people are about 2 days ago. Who were very serious. When they got to Barandia, and they go to Gade, they had history. And every day I don't mind that or not to carry on.
Now, for avoidance of doubt, we're all human beings. And like I said, it is very, very important. People are picking up. Now, can you see where Madam Nenianya has issue with them? He said that he told Madam Nenianya Madam Nenianya does not give money. The only problem they had with Madam Nenianya couldn't till tomorrow morning. They cannot give a clear account of what they do. They've forgotten that in every sector in this planet, the finance always keep record, because even doing tax returns and all that whatnot. Now, you are telling Madam Nenianya in quote that someone is getting mad and they're hungry. You are the ones supposed to be taking care of them welfare. But especially, you guys did not have any details. You will request for money. And that money, the way you spend, no one knows. I'll give you an example. In United Kingdom here, the first time they brought medical corps, all of us were motivated. I know how much I contributed in that day. All the money we had, it was later we had. Even the update they gave us, which one day we will bring all this evidence. And this was lies. Now, he's saying that Madam Nenianya is because they will find something to blackmail somebody. Madam Nenianya only asks question is that because today I'm sitting with Madam Nenianya, everything Madam Nenianya did is black and white. You want it in black and white so that you can keep the record. Even when he used to come and make announcement, he says some people paid money, but they didn't, detail what the money was meant for. If it is for monthly due, that money will be there until you send a clear email what the money is meant for. So you can have a clear picture of what that money was meant for. Now, you requested for money verbally, and every time you guys collected money, there is no clear evidence what that money is going for. That is where all this problem came from, because they were busy siphoning IPOB fund, building their own private properties back, which now can be proven. Just someone who owns hotel, we're in a Ebonyi state. All of us, when they were saying it, we didn't know. You're talking to Madam Nenianya, and Madam Nenianya. So listen to, he's playing double standard. He said that Madam Nenianya is not involved in ESM. So how comes you're going to Madam Nenianya to not request for funds? It's very important we understand what these people are talking, flip-flopping. I don't understand who they think they're talking to. He just said previously that Madam Nenianya is not involved anything financed to ESN. Now he's complaining about people dying in prison. So how come he's involved?
All these things they may not want to know there because yes.
And I told her I will not come to her again. I will never come to you. On my 26th of December, I don't go to her. I don't send her message. I don't talk to her.
You see, this is important. You are not you're not on the ground. And you can understand this Ebonyi state, you see, specifically Ebonyi state. Now he's asking you from Ebonyi state. Sometimes every rumor, there's a atom of truth in it. A lot of us defended this guy so muchly because then we didn't see what was happening. And as an IPOB, you are on a road. You don't just come out and jump up and start blackmailing people. You see how they ganged up against Madam Nenianya, the same thing they did in 2015. That's what they just done. All of them have a personal ill with Madam Nenianya, but they think it's about him or Madam Nenianya. Madam Nenia is playing to the book because she is the one who will be accountable for every misappropriate fund that's happened within IPOB. It just don't call Madam Nenia that said, you can say that people are getting mad in every prison in the zoo because this is what a Jofo was using. Some of us don't know. All these people you see, they get out of prison. We've been paying for them. It is not like they just left the law. All these things it's not talking about the money we have spent all these years, getting our people that have been held, those that have been buried, those that have been taken care of. He's not talking about that. He's talking about the one he's specifically pointing finger on. It's the reason for it because they have been siphoning money. When Madam Nenia found out that they were doing what they're supposed to do, Madam Nenia resisted. And that's the only crime she's committed. And now they ganged up against Madam Nenia. Even bringing Austin Albani. That Austin Albani will be part of fund. Who says who? Austin Albani is common European rep. I asked him this question so many times in the meeting. He can't give me any answer. But it's very important that we now see how Madam Nenia, because so far as I live, like I said, I stood for one thing. I took oath to join IPOB. I didn't join IPOB out of sight. I understand the decorums of IPOB, do's and don'ts within IPOB. Before even our code of conduct came in black and white, we were practicing obey before complain. Now, Madam Nenia is above you. If you have a problem, why didn't you complain? Now you stop talking to Madam Nenia that he went back and planning coup against Madam Nenia. Is that the right thing to do? So did you see how they brought nepotism and chaos within IPOB? Because if Madam Nenia wasn't doing what he's supposed to do, you think he's doing something wrong. He sent a message to our leader. Not you to take power, you take laws into your hand. Now you went now and went all over the country. Now what you guys done is to make sure you destroy everything that has to do with IPOB. That's exactly what they have done. But they all have failed. Let's continue listening.
I don't have a time. All I want to wine on our floor because I want to wine from national coordinators down.
Very important. He had his voice. He said, "Do you think I care?" And how can someone like this be held in any position in IPOB? It is in our code of conduct. If we were in a meeting, and I want to tell something, this platform is, very, very specific. It's not Biafra Radio. In this platform, we're allowed to say things. Probably when I get angry, I can actually express my personal view, which I can't do in Biafra Radio. I just want to clear that air. Number one. Now, he's saying he doesn't care. This is a private conversation. But this private conversation is not in any way or shape or form to blackmail this individual. Because someone in this position, or has even me, I don't speak ill against anybody within IPOB. I don't care if you record me or not. I don't record people. There's the few one or two people that have recorded when this whole thing started. But you can hear him when he finished talking to you about Madam Nenia. You think I care? He didn't care. That's why. And what are you doing still in IPOB? You have a purpose. We must understand and dissect the word that comes out of their mouth. It is very critical to us because people have died. This is not a joke.
They describe I want on our floor because I want to fear. All these things, all these things, literally also over for my sogro. I could go to the car, I'm not going back. Now, I see a mark with Bigo Anaga. When you cannot cut, I want to see a man to my money boy. They come now, go with simple. Now, I want to win at Tafia because people of Barrow so they don't do Janayad. After I go camouflage now and how autopilot. Many of them are autopilot. And when Banner to go on, that is indeed for you. So, and all these things them now, so all these things you minimize. Unkobu no name, Unuanu no nishi, Kabaru, Melodan, Meye to Quesrimeka, Unyobna Jima, Kaina Tagodun Kainde. Because already done stage, already say you cannot say. And when we are in a table, as Namazo as Kamagoduka,
good some with the one naira. One happen. I'm not running Italo video to shake. During the time of I stand main numbers. One and one yana and yes, sister. That's why Madonna National Sonia because he will also Pakistan. Chidema why Madonna National Sonia. Sitting a born. But what that is probably a Maria, I didn't test for that. Joya. I'm going to make a one name one cover, one make one in make it one in one. I can't do that.
Let me tell you, it's what segment he used now, cannot I use to somebody. Also, Mado let that wait. Mado let that wait.
No, because yes, because come on, we'll make that statement that one name one. Every year, no, one they make this up. You could be here, Macadia, ma'am.
No. You have to be like that. Ask him again. What they requested from me. That is what come on, they requested. And then one only need an arrow. All I some mass open and I gave it to her. And I get the then come on, cases attack Yannick Bazazia, who can move okay now go for 9 age loss. I don't like a message as a member we hear. Because my sister no here. I just can't. My sister just no
It is quite insane and appalling to me that this guy spent over 1 hour plus talking about his sister, but the same person is pointing finger on Kanu Takano that have lost his 2 parents because of this struggle. I have encountered Kanu Takano many times. Like I said, every single time we contribute phone, Kanu Takano always be the first to contribute. Even in UK here, and he's sending with PayPal. It's not like he's contributing his own and say, "Oh, we didn't see when he contribute." Because I know some people that will do contribution. That money, we don't see that money. We have them here in UK back in the days. It's not someone pledging money, but they didn't redeem the money. Kanu Takano will be the first person to pledge money, and it will wire that money. It happened many times. I'm talking about my personal encounter with him. And I'm not saying it because Kanu Takano is only his younger brother. Kanu Takano wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. Me, George, will be the first person to tell him that. I didn't know him from Adam. I met him as a member of IPOB, as our leader's younger brother, and we cannot take that away. Now, this guy spent over 1 hour and a half questioning you as a national coordinator of Italy on the decision you have taken. Just like we said, he lives in Kuwait. Nothing comes from the Middle East. It's the Middle East where people have done nothing. Israel was divided into 2. He came telling us about Israel didn't give our people asylum. That's not what our people. Did they give him asylum in Kuwait where he lives? Very, very, very disheartening that people condescend to this level of nepotism. IPOB is a symbol of decency. It's spelled out in our code of conduct. That's what he has no business calling you in the first place, even with the threat of killing you. But he still go further to find out exactly what his sister. So what about me, for instance, in UK here, they wrote a memo. Did he call me and ask me what my problem? Is any of them called me and asked me what was my crime? What did I do? And you as well, what he said here, the threat here, at the end of the day, they solidify that threat he made in this particular contest. That's why I said I won't mention it until we get to the audio of people that have reacted upon when they made their decision. Very important that people understand why I'm allowing this, and I have to speak over this because I don't want it to elapse as I moderate, and you guys now will come back to give your own perspectives.
I don't know. Because 36 coordinators, which is put na the 36 coordinators. Ogoro mu agokoro. Ogoro mu.
Ogene no re. Such kind of utterances.
Gina kamina Joseke kedi ogora no ye na menu. Later Nkibaza gini meziri. Kedi meziri. Because Chinasa, I respect you so much, and you have worked hard to this struggle. Achoram kangwane mwani me itinyem nyaka nsoguna diga because you okulia ni romi obuna uroma zogro oporom na phone special. You have worked hard. Egbo na kachidema. And then go na before say una jabana ni Italo because Italo be blessing for.
Mas can put something actually. Go to him. I'm going to this 1 year agenda. Not even. What you had by the
same thing, even last no Goromono. As you come to go.
Yeah, or when they had it, they will be understood. The engineer had it will now, you have money. Now, more these things also on Naga because these things need disrupt. When all this time I didn't where they settle all that things down. You know what I mean? Because you have them now. We have IPOB leadership have an issue and actually trouble to put many things at rest. You have their men tomorrow men. No. There are things they need to remember. You need to give
because of Nyawakachi Maka we foresee one of natural national coordinator. Mayor official therefore enter St. Anthony na Padova before got a man and put a hole and a meeting. Nam Megonyama, but the man as no Kinja Thomas Ogor, no Meronka, no Menka, no Inabazaz, Makachiku Kremna now. Masubachine can do him. Ajima Abumajadria. And a meeting.
This struggle. I forget why they need that. I don't know. Of no people what we have seen at one time of recent. I wouldn't want to be what we have seen in the hands of women. Yeah, I'm not going why. When I cannot be with the distance again, or you couldn't actually. When you want to see a coordinator, that is the last thing that will happen. That's the last thing.
That is the double standard. But it's the same lady now, is the so-called Riazan. She is the Riazan officer. Parallel one in Italy now, where they are paying 670 euro every month. Is she not Chidima? She's the one, isn't it? So it's important that we understand their double standard. Everything he said on this audio was done. She emerged as their Riazan. Is it Riazan officer, whatever they gave her? I think you guys will elaborate that when you guys come on. But it's important that people understand, because at the end of the day, I don't actually believe in what he's saying about what our women have done. There's so many of our women that are working as seriously. Madam Nyanya has been there from the inception. Our leader, Mazen Nande, cannot remain the arrowhead of this struggle and has the mandate and vision, and they have a direct mandate from God. And now, to cap it on, Madam Nyanya has been part of this struggle, even Onyebi said it open. She has been there. She's a woman. So you can't generalize what women have done. Women are talking about, you people, we are the people collaborating with them. So I'm not going to use the word what the women have done. They haven't done nothing. Because what the men have done are worse than what our women have done. Just like yourself on this conversation now has proven that even the women are far better off than you guys. Quote me anywhere. Some
of the coordinators men until the man from the US. I put up call today and all the block on himself. If we have is in the way, I take like that. Once they turn around, face someone, I swear to God, I don't even know where that comes from. It's okay,
That's Mazi. This is where your conversation ended. And it's quite important that you guys need to come in to elaborate on how things are now, you know, because at the end of the day, we all have had him. The purpose of this particular audio, like I said from the beginning, and that's why we're doing this program on Biafra Alpha Power Media, not in our national platform, which is Biafra Radio. But we need this kind of a thing because at the end of the day, so many people that were apprehensive need to understand that Onyendu said all this, but some of us, we are not listening. I want to play something before you guys, we continue. Just a quick, I want to play something before we go forward. Before you guys, we contribute on this. Very important to tell you that whatever is happening right now, it is not something that, for me, I'm not thrilled because we are there 2015, all this whole thing, you know. And something I want to tell people, issue of IPOB leadership. IPOB have one structure. I know that a lot of intellectuals are questioning the fundamental of IPOB. And don't forget that establishing a mandate of IPOB across board, Mazi Nnamdi had a vision. It is not easy to galvanize our people. So that's how everybody, it was those that were present. Just like when you were Yeshua on earth, the people that he worked with are those that were available. He worked with fishermen and carpentry. He never worked with any PhD holders there. No. He worked with people that are available. But the availability of people that are, because we want grassroots movement. IPOB is a grassroots movement. That's one thing people must understand. And as we go forward, we know that people that are in a high esteem will join. But having said that, I don't see there's no mistake whatsoever on the path we are going, because we are going to encounter every freedom fighting. Go and read every country. Sabotage comes from, even as Israel is fighting today, you see some Jews that are wearing the Galileans Jewish people speaking against it. They call them Zionists. So that must have an opposition within, but it has to be a valid one. Not like the people that are within us that want to make sure that what we are doing does not see the light of life. So I want to play this voice to buttress what we have heard now. The reason why we're doing the China is not something, it's not an issue to us, but it is important that this, because what happened in Italy, and I know there's some things you guys are still trying to sort out, and we will continue. But listen.
Here before our enemies, we have sworn an oath to restore Biafra, or we die in the process. There will be no retreat and no surrender. If the option they give to us is to seek our restoration by violence,
as lamentation or complaint, I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to say that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Yasika and the Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we are doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwu Kikabiama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora Eri, the same God of Owe Eri, the same God of Arochukwu,
First, if you look at the true God, one true God, you will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent,
Mazuma, your voice is not coming out.
Sorry, I said that's just that voice is just to bring us back to us to understand that our leader knew everything that is happening. This time we are in, it's me and you that we still standing. Have to understand that those that were born for this, because all this trouble is going to come and pass. This breeze is going to go away. There's only one thing. You have to keep your eye to the ball. Is who? If Mazen Nani can still remain in the DSS dungeon, that means there's hope for you. That is why his word remained the only beacon for every genuine and honest IPOB member. Remember the oath we took. This is not, it's not a verbal thing. Blood is attached to it. And so many have died. Every single word our leader said, everything Mazen Nani can have said have come to pass. The only thing that remaining, he said Biafra will be a miracle. No country will give us Biafra. It's not about our might, not by power, but consistency is what we require. Very important. Mazogro, please. Mazogro, I think I would like Mazi 1 minute because the conversation was you. So I want my friend to interject, and after that,
yeah,
Mazi is here, and then he come back to you, please. Mazogro, go on. Mazi, friend, please. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Mazume. Biafrans, you've heard the audio. You've been hearing the audio of this idiot called China Samoro, and it explains everything. The problem we have been having in IPOB Italy, the problem we have been having in IPOB worldwide, those people that have been causing it, the problem of Oyendo. I think this audio explains a lot. It explains a lot. They will know where the problem has been coming from. Consequently, more audios will be coming. People are going to hear more audios. Now, this guy, when he talks, he always talks about Madam Nenaya, Kanu Takanu, who are the pioneer, the founders of this struggle, of this movement. When they started all these things, this guy, this faceless idiot, this I don't know what to classify the idiot. Where was he? When these people we are struggling to bring this struggle to where it is, and he wants to destroy it. He says something about the ESN money that Madam Nenaya has no right. Just imagine the level of disrespect. This guy. When ESM was formed newly, when we started doing fundraisings, Madam Nenaya will stay on air when they are doing fundraising up to 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Where was this guy? Where we are they? This woman will stay, that she will be there. There was one that we are there till 4 a.m. in the morning. And she was there. She stayed there from the beginning to the end. This was ESN. How to raise funds for ESN. This woman has done a lot. Then this idiot here, that I don't know whether they were trained in their family, coming out to talk about this woman that have done a lot for this struggle. You see, one of these things that this guy has been doing and saying all this while, causing problem and all that. The medical, when Oyendo talked about the medical code, those that we taking care of, that they made Ukachi the head of the medical whatever that Oyendo formed there. All the whole money we paid into that account, because they gave us an account in Austria. We still have the receipt. The money paid for this, which Madam Nenaya knew nothing about. Oyendo even knew nothing about that money there. Who is going to give account on this? These people are criminals.
As 1 second. 1 second. So are you telling me that Italy contributed on medical corps as well?
Yes, Mazi. We paid to an account which Agbaim was the one who gave us that account.
Yeah. It's very, it's very important people understand. You know what? Like I said, I don't want to talk about this, but I want to get this fact from you. What Wokachi did here, yeah, because Abani have started this when Onyendu was outside. They started this particular thing when Onyendu was outside. Because if you remember, Onyendu came on air and said, on no account will anybody mandate anybody to contribute any fund without the authorization of the head of finance. If you remember.
Yeah.
So they were going through back door. When Okachi made that thing here in UK, we were the people that contributed in UK here. That money was what that brought problem, which we're going to talk about it. But thank God it confirmed that even you people, so many countries paid into that medical core account. It was a private account. It's a private account. That was what happened. In UK here was a private, but I don't know that they made it all over the world now, collecting money from behind. Go on, please.
No, we in Italy, we made payments there as instructed by Agbain. He told us where to send the money for which Okachi was before Yindu came out, and then he stabilized everything, he stopped everything. We also contributed. Our money went there. Can they give account when the time comes? Will they give account on that money? They can't. These people that have done a lot of damages to this struggle, they have done a lot, and they should know that we have the records. All the home money we sent, everything we did, all the home money when we sent it, they are all there. When the time comes, I don't even know how. When the time comes, they will still give account of those money. Both the time they stopped Madam Nenanya from ESM money, because there was a time they stopped her from ESM money. They were the one controlling it. That money, they thought most of us don't have relatives in ESN. We have relatives in ESN. When they were in charge of the money, how the money we are distributed, they thought we don't have relatives, we don't know people that they are in ESN. When she was taken away from there, money stopped going to ESN. That's the fact. When they stopped her, money stopped going to ESN. What we
that was the major issue Madam Anya had with them, because things were not clear. There was no accountability. The issue is the accountability. If he's saying that this money is for X, Y, Z, it needs to be clear. And evidence of payment and who the payment went to. Very important. You have to have a paper trail. You don't just say that Mr. White is dying in prison, he's hungry, and for that you have to give money. No, it has to be verified. We understood how these things work. And that was because they want a free flow that the money will not be controlled. Even our leader don't take money without being asked from Madam Nenia, and everything is done without. At the end of the day, if Onyendu was behaving like this, how would Madam Anya give account of our defense fund in 2018 when Onyendu came out? Because that was when people were critical and say Onyendu defense fund was about $1 million. But when Onyendu called Madam Anya, it was about 100,000. And then America as a whole contributed $2,600. Clifford Iruanya was one championing the Onyendu have stolen $1 million of our what's it called? Our defense fund. This is what happened. Blackmailer, they don't contribute nothing. They have not contributed $1. But Onyendu insisted that America is going to fund this. What is a vision is? He said, till tomorrow morning, Onyendu believes that America is the only people that are going to fund this particular freedom. That God put them there for a reason. And we can see it. Regardless of what they are doing. Whatever that happened, the bulb still revolved back. Because the man that saw the vision that had direction from heaven knew exactly what he saw. He wasn't mimicking about it. Maz, carry on and wrap up before Mazik is there to cover.
Thank you very much, Mazi. There's nothing much again to say, because everything we need to know is in the audio. Even when they opened an account in Australia, when you ask them who is in charge of this account, they said Ofoma. Ofoma has now left media to go into finance. What
this is
pathetic. A lot of things has happened. A lot of things that Biafra, they are going to get to it. We are going. Biafrans are going to hear, guys, they are going to know what these people did, the evil they did in this struggle. So, Mazi, let me leave it from here because there are a lot. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mazi Ekeze, please, my senior comrade, take over, please. There we go.
Thank you, Mazi, for giving me this opportunity. You know, the audio we heard from our conversation of our generals and our national, that brings the whole thing that happened in Italy. And he mentioned, he said it, that something is going to happen. And it really happened. Because you know one thing, you know their problem, the most problem they have is that hence DOS is not controlling any finance, even when Oyende was not in castration. They have not had sense of anything concerning money. And immediately Oyende was rendition. They're just like, you see, how can I put it? Some like a dog you put in a cage for years. Immediately you open that cage. Before you notice what will happen, that dog will run far because I have not gone out from cage before. They start searching money, every account. Now they will come on the air and tell you, then Nanya close German account, and then Nanya close Italy account, and then, but they are the one. They are the one. They hijack the whole account. They close all those accounts, penetrating. When HOD, a man called himself HOD, say we penetrated in those German accounts, talk less of the one in Italy. Penetrating. You say you're in charge and you are penetrating. What that thing shows you? So some will come and then Nanya is like a woman that is supposed to be frying a corner is coming to do freedom fighting with us. She's coming here to do freedom fighting with us. That the Onion don't know what he's doing by putting that woman there. You see it, and how this guy Chinaza is mentioning Onion, the family, the hatred out of the abundance of the heart, man, speak it. You see what he's vomiting out about the family.
He has a pathological. I said it over time. He has a pathological hatred for our leader and his entire household. I'm not mimicking. I don't know who this guy is, but I'm telling you.
He came for her sister suspension and left that issue and start talking another issue, which means he has that thing in heart, and he have vomited all these things for our national to know the type of hatred that guy has on our leader's family, and all these things. He said, "This is a planned deal." I told our members of coordinator in Italy that this lady is an agent. Now, immediately the suspension was given to that lady. Abanyum intervene, Chinasa intervene, HOD intervene through audio that they should call that woman back. What happened? How can you send a message to a coordinator, leaving the national coordinator? Because you people want to bypass our national coordinator. They are looking every avenue to push him out, to make him angry. Because they say, even that lady, this thing that Chinasa is saying is the same thing. One name why our sister is saying in our group, Kananta. That is what I asked Abanyum, please, can we treat the issue of Kananta and Chinasa in Italy forum? Are they in our midst? How can we treat their issue? Every day, this woman will raise the issue of Kananta. Now, they give her 6-hour suspension. He quickly jumped in, hoping that Kananta is the one that's the engineer, national coordinator to give her sister suspension. You see it? Now, like other coordinators, they have given suspension. Who is fighting for them? Who have come out and say, my brother, what happened? And even the suspension they give her sister, HOD that gave up send voice audio that lady should be super. He's supposed to meet our national coordinator. Ask what happened. You're supposed to ask what happened. Hearing from the other version, and you don't want to hear from the other side.
Mazi, I'm not cutting you. I'm not cutting you off. That is the intention. That their intention is not for anything good for IPOB, because not even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Onyendu doesn't go into issues about when he intervened. Onyendu calls meeting to hear from the both side of the aisle. That's why we have CRC within IPOB, because I can testify what happened in the United Kingdom here. But that's why how they treated all the whole issues, because they have a mindset, they have an agenda. Their agenda was to make sure that anybody that objects what they are saying in line with what IPOB code of conduct have said or what it should be done, because they were not acting upon what we are doing any longer. They have a different purpose, because they were contracted to make sure that IPOB is weakened within. That is the agenda they were pushing. And that is exactly why when there is issue, they don't call the second party. The next thing you hear, they will push him to write memo. That's why I don't see him anywhere. Just to buttress to what you're saying. So that was why he didn't see it fit, because he doesn't see him as anything any longer. Even though Onyendu recognized the national coordinator representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in every country, regardless what you do, you don't come to that country without passing through the national coordinator. So if there's an issue, I will use the word, it's just the head of the directorate of state. So your job is to, coordinating the whole administrative of IPOB. There's an issue, intervene, or if you can't do it, then you get CRC involved for them to deal with it. But you don't judge the case and say, okay, bring him back or bring her back. That is not how conflict resolution does not stand on one hearing. You must hear the both side of the aisle before you can now say, okay, I'm making a decision. But when things happen that manner, knew that is the purpose of that wasn't what it meant to solve for. That's why we are in the position we are now. And that is why it's important that we make it explicitly to our people to understand. Onyendu is in prison. The reason why we're still here talking is because our leader is still in custody. Onyendu can cut a deal and walk away, but he has not done it. So that means that there will be a light at the end of that tunnel. And people must realize and understand that. Go on, Mazi.
And look at it. The Abanyim, who is in position to tell Chike Doziem after our national have narrated the whole story to Abanyim, is in position to tell Chike Doziem what happened in Italy. But he fell because they have already have their plan. They have planned everything what to do. You see? So all these things we are hearing today, if you dance in their tune, you are with them, and they will keep you in any position you like. They will put you in that place. But hence, you question them. This is what code of conduct says. This is how it's supposed to be. This is what the structure of IPOB. You are an enemy, and you must go out without asking you what happened. Because that time I begin to reason. I called the coordinators of Italy. No. When that voice come from Mazi Doziem, I said, no, we need to send the voice to Mazi Doziem and told him what happened in Italy. Majority of them, now that time I know that they have made a gang up. They say, no, they will not do it. They were afraid. I said, let us do it. Bring Chike Doziem in our midst. Let him tell us why he sent that voice to call that lady back without hearing from us or without hearing from our national. Some of them, no. All of them just because they have brought them over. I say no. It's not the way things supposed to go. That man, before sending that voice, is supposed to tell us we have heard from national. But he didn't have from national. He just sent audio to bring her back. Which means what happened in Italy, they deliberately planned it and executed to that lady. And the issue of account, she's the one that started it. Where is her money going? Who paid the account? This money is supposed to go to Eastern Security Network. Where did you pay it? That lady is the one that, and Ginger, because they have planned all those things. I told them, this lady she's an agent. Anybody that following this lady, you people are in darkness. You don't know what is going on. You are in darkness. And today they are in darkness, but they don't know. They think that they are the one that they're in the right track, but they are in darkness. I told them. You see? So what happened in Italy, they just planned it. And that is why China has to. He's the one that revealed a lot of secrets of what they plan to do in Italy. In this audio, he revealed a secret. And they have already showed us that the hatred he has on Mazin and the family. Because out of the abundance of heart, man speak it. He have already speak everything out to the world to hear. The type of love, let me put it that way, the type of love we have on our leader Mazin and the Kano. Maz, let me keep it here.
There, well, yeah, because we need to round up. Mazogo, just take a 5 minutes so we can round up. Just a conversation was between both of you, and everybody have. So just chip in before we close, and we convene next week with the subsequent audios, and try to educate our people as we normally do. So go on, please, Mazogo.
Yeah, Mazindewo, thank you very much for your tenacity and the steadfast. Maz, you know, my fellow comrade have said it all, and the audio have explained everything. You know, this is, in fact, this is a conversation between Kule and Adam. This is exactly what Fulani man, the hatred he put on Igbo while Kule is interviewing him, he's just talking, not knowing that he's going on air. You see, China Sanworu is extraordinaire. Extraordinaire. Saboteur. Hatred to the core. But if you are saying it now, some people will say, look at what he's saying. But you have heard it from the horse's mouth. It's very, very shameful to the coordinators in Italy. Because when they are saying all this manner of nonsense, they are saying in our forum, I even trying to, as God have it, I even try to set our forum after 5 minutes, let everything wipe out. The idiot called Jackson Moses that I brought in at a point. Australian man monetized his Facebook, saying that start raking this and that. I want to do this. That is when he removed me as the admin under my watch. And that I'm no distance. But as God have it today, all those things are there. I'm going to play all of your voices. I didn't utter any word. All the nonsense, errant nonsense they said in that forum, all of them are there. And it's on the table of Abayim. You can't deny it. Some of it is on the table of vegetable. They have it. They have it. So there's nothing to say here because I told them, and I will continue to say it, Italo is the last bus stop for them. It doesn't matter how you feel, because I want them when they are coming. I told Abayim in the place of coordinator, nobody should come Italy with anger. And they only said, you will try. Not that you will not try. Of course, we acknowledge your trial, but at the end of the day, you will crumble, you will put into the pit of hell. And that's exactly what happened today. There's nothing anybody can do about it. I told China Sanworu, I'm not the type of person. I'm not here to make a friendship. I'm not here to look at anybody's face. Because I'm a very regular listener of Radio Biafra, then when Onyendu was on ground, that if you are coming to your arrogant behavior, I will tell you proper and plain that this is not right. This is not right. And I will maintain it until he thought he will perform. I'm not the person you can come and just rake like that, then I will fall on your path. It can never happen. That is it. So now he has done everything. He remember what he said. Something happened, and that thing they have done it.
Yeah,
You
we
say
we we
nobody
wait for
will.
them to say with their mouth.
Nobody.
Yeah. So we will wait for them to confirm that with
Yeah, exactly.
their mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah. So then we can
So
comment on it.
exactly. So let me round up because the listeners, the viewers, the coordinators in Italy, what you are just doing, you just put yourself into shame because I want all of you. Did you hear my voice when you people are created to attack Mazogro? It's not all about Mazogro. It's all about the struggle. You people just purposely destroy what we built together. And I want all of you. What is happening today? Do any of you know about it? The answer is no. It's not by doing your mouth just like a basket. That is not the issue. The issue is what have you placed on the ground? How committed are you? How committed are you? That is the main thing. Not to use to mass, use to shine. You shining to where? Where are you shining to? Look at where you find yourself. All of you, you are going to hear your voice. And then once you hear your voice, I will be narrating all of you one by one and narrating how effort you have made in this struggle. Some don't even have, they can do it. Mazogri is not a leader. They can do it because on when you now today we are here.
Thank you very much.
They thought they will come and just take us like that. Can't happen.
It is very important that our listeners, tonight is the episode 004 on the exposition of the menace within the US and Italy family. This audio, like I said, it is not for blackmailing anybody, but it's a point of time that we need to, lay things to bear, to explain, especially when it involves in maligning our supreme leader and threatening a sitting national coordinator. A lot has happened. And as we go forward with this, and more things will be coming, not giving attention. This is internal issue, but it's very important, pivotal, based on the question mark that on this individual warrant that we need to make all this thing known to everybody that cares to know. Our leader is still in DSS dungeon. That is the main thing. That is fundamental. That is question. Question is, how many of them are sincerely want Onyendi to come out from DSS dungeon alive? Not of this individual. As you can hear China Sanworu, Abostin, these people, we didn't wake up one morning to go after them. We have had encounter. We have listened to them. Even when people were shouting, we never jumped into conclusion. We kept our calm, following the due process within IPOB. But when the icebreaker was when they start to flout our leaders' order publicly, then we start asking questions. And today, the truths are coming out gradually. What they have done. I could say it again. Nyawodo, suggestion, 2017. To weaken IPOB within, they created RIPOP, TRIPOP, they created leaders. What is seen today is what they have done before. That is why the leaders they have created, they want them to be purporting themselves to be Mazen Namdi. You cannot be what you are not. Our leader is still alive, he's not dead. Mandela spent 27 years in prison, but he still come out to champion the struggle that he started with his peers. Our people need to wake up from their slumber. Like our eminent special counsel said that the big elephant in the room is Mazen Namdi Kanu. There is no other thing. Anybody today that is saying anything, those are fighting against themselves, creating content with Christianity, the mouthpiece that brought all these things to you to understand Where your root is Mazen Nanakanon and IPOB. Without it, every single of us was blind before now. And how long shall they kill our prophet, and why we stand by and look? If all of you today are dancing a different dance, how do you think they will ever take you serious, or any other person that are going to come after him? I don't think that we shall ever have anyone like Mazen Nandakan. Not on this generation. Not even another century. It's not going to happen. People like him comes in a century. I want some of you. Many of us in IPOB, we didn't join IPOB because I'm looking for someone to follow on Facebook or someone to I'm not looking for, I wasn't looking for anyone to mentor me in any shape or form. Or I'm looking for someone to, I wasn't looking for that. I will have my senses. I thought I was before I had that voice, and it struck me. I've given up a lot because of it. But one thing I want you to go tonight and ponder is in your own, forget about all these shenanigans and all these content creators on social media or people trying to make living out of the agony of our people. There was one of our brothers that died in Iguacha on Trump rally on 2020. He was on a stretcher. His word was, go and get me Biafra before he give up ghost. I'm asking you, are you still in line with the oath we took? Because that oath is what is going to desolate the whole Biafra land, home and abroad. You might thinking you live in America, but as long as you are involved, and I borrow the word of Madam Nyanya, sympathizer as well has been initiated spiritually, because blood is very, 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 very severe. When the vengeance of blood comes, no one, it's not prayer. No one. That's why even the people that don't pray to God, they honor those that have paid. You know what patriotism is? That's what Americans don't joke with it. Patriotics, they don't joke with it. When people die in a cause of duty, that's patriotism. People give up ghost. Our people march in the street of Biafra land. They pay with their blood. That is not why we're here, to be arguing. We are not. That's why I'm reminding you people that people you're dealing with are those that focus on the cause. Our fundamental, our primary agenda is that our leader be released. Mazen Nandakan will be released. The same thing happened 2015. I remember I had issue with somebody. They said, Onyendu will not come out alive. I told him, you lie. Because I know so many people have died, but Mazen Nandakan will not die. This cause, he will come out. That is why you see when men speak ill about him. It is not something you do out of sight. It takes a lot of God to do it. Because if our leader wasn't directed by them, but you know, even Donald Trump said, that man up there, we need his help. That's a spirit being. Forget about what he believes on. Something that we cannot see. It doesn't matter who you are. Your conscience is the biggest enemy. If you're sincere with your conscience, you will not hurt any, it won't hurt fly. Make sure you think that before you do something to somebody, rewind the family. Turn the table around. If China Sanwo could go to Italy and threatening a sitting coordinator because of her sister being suspended, interfering in things that doesn't concern him. It's like where she work in Italy, she will call from the call to the job where she work and question them if she's been, if probably it's been inappropriate and now he's been put into some supervision or whatnot, and she have to question them. So imagine if it was China Sanwo was in the SS dungeon. What do you think your sister would do? And Kanatakan has no voice. She wouldn't say anything. It's their family business. They wouldn't say anything because it's not your brother. I want us to go home and think. I say Biafra as a whole, some of us are giving up. But don't forget. That's why some people will ask, you talk about the administrative of IPOB. How many of you are willing to come out? That's the question you need to ask yourself. And so many of you today, where are you? What are you doing? Very, very important. Because at the end of the day, when Biafra is restored, then we have professors and lawyers and doctors across the globe and they want to fall back. There will be an exodus. It doesn't work that way, bro. We need to go back into sober reflection and ask ourselves fundamental questions. And I thank every single one of us that have listened to us tonight. And the episode 005 is coming up on Saturday next week again. We will merge. And this is not about individual. This is not about me. It's not about you. Mazen Namde and Biafrans. You see those people that have died. His two parents were involved. That's why when I look at some people speak ill about Okukan family, I know I'm going to do a program about the media war with all these people one day. I will bring all of them together because I told them the day they desecrated our Farikubeg, they sow a seed of decoy. Their generation will never exculpate themselves from what they have. It is not, listen, I don't need any preacher to tell me because I knew the only thing I have done in my lifetime is join IPOB. And I made a decision when I joined IPOB. If I die tonight, the only thing I will live for is because I was a member of IPOB. And my hearts are pure. That's the only thing I have, nothing else. I don't have friends. Even my family members, since in my lifetime, I'm making bold of this. Some of us don't even know what IPOB stands for. Today, we are looking for who to follow. It's not what it's all about. We made a vow. And our leader, Mazen Nandekano, have not disappointed me. He said, I won't be the one to disappoint you. You people are the one that are going to disappoint me. That is why some people will be, when a man, remember when our leader's wife came to Radio Biafra and said that he made a references about when a man left you and go, how you behave. There's a way she colored those words. The first time she came and speak, I told them, when he come talk about ectoparasite and they were jumping up, this word was meant for all of them. She might be diplomatic. But when people speak, pick up the word that is very vital in those words. Very, very important. The way you behave. Our leader is in prison. And you people will deem him as absentia. Someone, your leader that is in prison, you give him a title of absentia. Do you know what absentia means? I'm making all this reference to now because it's very, very pivotal. Some people don't think we come here and sit down and talk about Chinasa Sanwo-Olu's voice. It's not about Chinasa Sanwo-Olu. It's not about me. But we are going to the roots because here in UK, we have all the evil, all the ills they've done in UK here. That's the reason why he just kept quiet. We've talked about it a bit because you can't speak about not taking long without mentioning my judge. You may ask any of them, they will know. That's why when he talked about Okachi, I interjected because I knew everything that have happened here. Okachi, I was the person that fought for Okachi in UK here when his own issue started. And I already handled it. So what I will ask for you is that IPOB, Onyendu say, is the era of 100 men. I keep on telling you, Mazen Nandekano has a mandate. And even God gave him numbers. So the era we are now is 100 men. Forget about people jumping up like antelopes. It doesn't make any difference. People are you are free to do whatever you want to do with yourself and on your phone. But remember the vow we made. There's something fundamental wrong with our race. Until we address it, we are not going anywhere. I thank every single one of you listening to me. May Chukwu Kabiama continue to bless and guide us, give us sense of belonging and directions. Most of all, may Okike guide and protect our leader and give him that fortitude to persevere. Because at the end of this journey, what we're asking for is a just cause. All we want is to give us freedom and we can be able to govern ourselves as human beings. That's all we're asking for. I remember when Ojus Okano went to visit his parents. The mother and father told him that their son is a grown-up man, he can make his own decision. That's why I'm telling people, if it was about money, it was about earthly things, why would they allow the two parents to die? Have you gone out of your senses? Have you sat down and asked yourself questions? What have you contributed in IPOB? There's no amount of money it doesn't matter. No money in this world can bring life. It doesn't even matter one life. If money could buy life, the former owner of Apple couldn't die. Could have bought the whole life. The former CEO of Apple, the guy was coming every day wearing one t-shirt and one jean, addressing the world. He knew he was going to die. He had a cancer. Our people we have mocked ourselves so much. We have made ourselves so miserable in the face of everything on this earth. This is not about me. It's not about you. IPOB was not formed so. This is not a social club. It was divine. And man saw a seed of blood within IPOB. I want to remind you this. Today, someone there in the comment section telling about administration. IPOB was set up rightly. That is why Onyendu won. We don't want our men near our money. Just like that's what we're saying about women. But Onyendu knew that our men should stay clear. Every zone have female as the financial secretary. That was the reason for it. Before this man, like you said, Mazi, let me say something. These people, they were waiting for our leader, but they were waiting for themselves because we have to pass this. You see this thing, you see this stage we are now. We must go through it. If we didn't go through this, how do we think we're going to emerge? How do we think we emerge? We have to see this day come and pass. Our entire Ojukwu never had time in 67 to 70. That's one thing I respect about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He never speak ill about our entire, because if you put yourself in the position of Ojukwu, then just like our leader today, what do Mazi Nnamdi Kanu need to gain? He lives in UK. He's a consultant. What does he need? Why must he have to put himself in this position? Why do he have to be in this position? Even to allow two parents to die. Ojukwu was a young colonel that went back home, saw what's happening to his people. He fought with his father's money. It doesn't matter whatever he done. For that single act, supersede any other thing he has done. That's why he remained our internal leader. With adoration up top of it. That he could have turned his back, walk away, and then annihilate our people. We couldn't have a platform to do what we're doing here today. Something to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What does Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want? He couldn't achieve by himself. If you want to be an orator, if you want to be a seminary, you could have made fortune. That's what he wanted to do. What do you think we are doing here? Think we are here for money? That's why I can't see myself on social media and make money out of social media. No. My Facebook was disabled the same time Biafra disabled in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not interested. I can remain hungry because it's against my will. But what I'm saying tonight is that I want every single of us to go back into sober reflection and ponder. This is not about me, it's not about you. So many men have sowed a seed of blood. Patriotism, countries, no. It was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu they are remembered. Nige give a prophecy about our leader, said that Onyendu, when you look at him, people that are behind him, how do you think that happened? Because after Biafra war was the only war, there's no cenotaph built for our people that were for. All our kith and kin that went on exile never came back home because they want to conceal the history of body. My uncle, we didn't know if he was alive. I remember as a baby, my mother's brother, I was remember saying, he didn't come back from war. I don't know what I was. But I knew I was in that particular burial. He wasn't there. No family would tell me that he didn't miss any person during the war in Biafra land. And the people are toying with this. This is the biggest opportunity of our lifetime. And you people think it's a joke. It's about money. Woe betide all of you. Thank you, my fellow comrade, and God bless all of us. And may God give us sense of understanding and understand that what we are looking for is more precious than what we have. I'm not fighting for myself here now, not even my children. We are fighting for unborn children. For our own. In America, you're claiming that human rights. Who gives their monkeys about in UK? When you said it, I don't seek empathy. I don't seek empathy from any of us. Do what you have been saying to do. That's how the world goes. I don't question them. You can talk about slavery and all that, whatnot, but at the end of the day, all these things has been done. People build a system. What are we doing? We need to build and stand up like a race and fight. Onyendu said that Biafra is a beacon of hope, is a light of every black place across the globe. It will be a mass exodus. Because at the end of the day, we will be civilization again. It started from us. Go back home and think. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still there in DSS dungeon. He can cut a deal tonight. But he will never do that. Because I know the man I'm following. I listen to him. The first day I heard his voice, Chris Bombolo, till tomorrow morning, I never change. And there's no need for that. Nobody preached Biafra to me. I had a voice, that was it. It's from heaven. Go back and ponder to this. Very important. Mazi, I thank all of you. I'm okay. Keep us, like I said,
Ndewo.
Thank you, dear friends.
Ndewo Mazi. Udo dịrị gị.
Peace be upon everybody.
You don't know what it means. Most of us do not understand what it means to
the same God of Owe, the same God of Arochukwu. Let's look at the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent.
Good evening, fellow comrades and lovers of freedom across the globe. My name's Mazi George Ikechukwu. I reside here in United Kingdom. And today is the second December, year of our Lord 2023. And it's approximately 18 minutes on top of the hour here in United Kingdom. Presumably the same 18 minutes on top of 10 p.m. in the Holy Land of Biafra. And tonight, this is the 5th episode 005 of the expose of cabal within the DOS in Italy, IPOB family. For those that have followed us, my name's Mazi George Ikechukwu. I reside here in United Kingdom as one of the humble principal servants of indigenous people of Biafra in the capacity of a zonal coordinator, North London to be precise. And tonight, once again, Italian escort are with me, led by Mazi Obichukwu Mado Ogro, the Italian national coordinator. Tonight, we're going to bring you the expose of episode 005 as we continue to drive home this particular episode. And this particular program is designed, as Madam Anya said, is a documentary the other day when she was on air. And so be so, because a lot of things has happened. And I can categorically tell you that what has happened in IPOB, we don't discuss our internal affair publicly. That's how IPOB was structured. Before the menace of this individual, because to be a leader, it must be selfless. To lead your own people, you must be selfless. A leader that listens to the both side of the eye. That's why our leader become exceptional. Like yesterday, I had a conversation with Barrister Onuoha on setting the record straight. Episode 2 we had last night. We talked about our leaders. And tonight, I'm going to let the Italian escort introduce themselves. We'll start by the coordinator, the national coordinator. Mazogo, please, can you introduce yourself and the rest of you, please? Thank you.
Mazindewo, good evening, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom around the world. My name is Mazi Obichukwu Kamado Ogro. I am the national coordinator of Italy under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes, Mazi, please go on.
Good evening, fellow comrades. Good evening, Biafrans. I am Ikechukwu, the National Financial Secretary, IPOB Italy, under the leadership of the Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you.
Mazi Ekezie, please.
Good evening, Mazi George, and good evening, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom.
Good evening,
my name is Ikechukwu Ekezie, by special God grace, IPOB National Treasurer and also Sandono Coordinator.
Well, you are all welcome tonight. As we kick off tonight, now there's something we are going to do differently tonight, because the voice, those that have followed us up on this episode, this is episode 005. We started by kicking it off to lay the foundation, and we have had episode 2, 3, 4, the voice of the vulture, China Sanwo-Olu himself, threatening to kill the national coordinator. This is how they call themselves leadership. For avoidance of doubt, IPOB does not have any leadership except the DOS that Onyendu created. And we don't have anything that maybe, because this is what they have decided to do. to tag themselves a leadership. I don't know who made them leadership. But there's no fraction within IPOB. That's the structure of IPOB. Every individual was appointed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody voted them in. That's the difference. Our leader is the supreme leader of, and it spells in our code of conduct. Now, whoever that followed us tonight, the voice you're going to hear tonight is the voice of Chidinma Nworu and the very ill individual they call Jackson, the guy that owned Rapture Media. This is the two voices we are going to be playing tonight. But before we go there, I want to play a voice of a pastor. We played it last night, but the words of that man is not a prophetic. What it is the reality, because this is a checkmate. And that is what is happening to our people and what is continuing to happen. And we'll have to remind them, because that's what I said. No, there's nobody that is sincerely today agitating for Biafra or talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without being attached to it. Majority of them monetize their page. That's the way they make their ends meet, because they have followers, what they're looking for. So I want to listen to this man again. And I want to say something before you guys. And we're going to play the chunk of so-called BTV. It's quite pathetic. Although a couple of times we're trying to play the audios from there, it doesn't play. But I want to show you their first broadcast on that so-called BTV. And I want you guys to tell us the history of that BTV, because it's not a project. We want to know exactly how do you guys, funded, because all of us contributed money, which of course you can attest. We've been sending money to Italy welfare account, which is BTV. Even we have sent it to Austria, if I'm not mistaken. So we need to talk about it tonight before we go forward. We'll go to the main thing we came here to do, please.
Woman in this country, Nigeria, and you open your mouth and insult President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thought that he's doing press up in Sabisa Forest for you. I came out here and I told you people that the federal government are not responsible for the hold down of Nnamdi Kanu. All of you said I was a stupid man. Did you read news when the president said he wanted to release Nnamdi Kanu? When I not read that, when I never read this, I know that. When I not see her, and he said the Igbo leaders came to him and said that you should leave him there. Oh no man, I the killer mo. You see how? When they tell you say the enemy of an Igbo man is an Igbo man, I don't know. I'm an Igbo man. I only marry for Igbo. Would it cause me an Igbo people? But I have been standing and praying for this Nnamdi Kanu for over 4 years. I go there pray, I go there scatter my prayer. Wicked Igbo leaders, some of the Igbo leaders. So if you venture open your mouth and you insult me on this video, you insult President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the thunder that will pay you visit is doing press up in Sabisa Forest with Boko Haram. That man is suffering because he wants to free his people. He's fighting for his people. What is your face of Nnamdi Kanu that Sunday Igboho did not commit? Sunday Igboho is back to his people. He's helping his people. A prophet that was sent to your land is languishing in detention. Some wicked, stupid, I don't know. Oh, I don't know what to say. They said I should leave him in the prison. May God deliver all the Igbo people. If you not like, make una wake up very soon. They go start to the portion for different states. We never see anything. I don't know what. If I open my mouth, I'll tell you what I see in the spirit. In the spirit, una break go correct. Igbo people. Very soon, all the states in Nigeria will start to pursue now. Since you people cannot go and develop your region and fight for your leader. Buy houses in other states. Go to your state now, 0/4. Go and develop your region and fight for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If that man die for that prison, see, let me tell you, Igbo people will suffer in Nigeria. If Nnamdi Kanu die in that, write this prophecy down. Save it. Oh, this is how I talk to people. You be using my word to play. Say I'm a stupid prophet, and everything when they talk, they see how it happen. If that man dies inside that detention, Igbo people will suffer in Nigeria. You will see it. You see, I tell you. The only savior you have now is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When I go bring him out, if I not bring him out before this year end, if that man cross, stay there enter next year. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is one of the best presidents we have in Nigeria because
I want to play one video concerning what is going on now before we can move forward. Whatever this man said, there's one thing he said that is very, very pivotal. He said, God send you people a prophet. Because prophet is never ever been acknowledged in his own town, from wherever they come from. And some of you can bear me witness that I have respected and said these things this morning. That's why I'm saying what he's saying is not a prophetic, but that's just the fact that's staying out on our faces. And he was very being kind. He said that Igbos are going to be hunted in the zoo. But we are going to go into extinction. That is the word. Igbos are going to be obliterated on this surface of earth. If anything happened to Mazen Namdekan, that's one thing I have to assure you tonight. Now, prophetically, the man said that they're going to pursue us. If you remember Kunle and Alaji, that conversation, Onyendu told them everything our leader have said. What is happening? That's why I don't feel sorry for anybody that owns property. It's not my business. If you have money, if you want to buy the whole Lagos, it's entirely up to you. It's your money, it's not me. I don't feel sorry for anybody. But what I want to play is our leader's voice to buttress what this man has said. And now we will go back and see. Tell me one individual that is pushing to release Mazen Namdekan. Because when he say Igbo leaders, not only Igbo leaders, including the layman in the street, their attention have driven. If they're not fighting for religion, they're fighting for the Nana. Or the people are fermenting problem just to entice themselves. Some people are using it to do saga, to get paid by Facebook and Twitter or whatnot every month. But let's listen to Onyendu. Warning Onyendu gave them years ago. Onyendu said that Tinubu is going to be the next president. It happened. What he said about P2B, all these things have come to pass. That's nothing that our leaders have said have not come to pass. But we will listen to this before we move forward, please.
Power Media International.
Even the dry bones in the graves that are beginning to shake. They know the time has come. It's a shame that some people who are still living don't understand that, especially Igbo traders in Lagos. So say to go. Ladipo is the first phase of this very deadly salvo. They will destroy your businesses. After that, they will take over your houses. When I make work for them, I want you to be writing down what I'm saying. That is why Barrister will say, go and bring your pen and your paper. So that when we are speaking, you'll be seeing it live and direct. What we do here is science. When we tell you that if you mix 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 of oxygen, you will get H2O, which is water. We mean it. If you try it, you will see it.
That's the word of a prophet, and it's come to pass. But the question is this: those people that is concerned, what have they done? Have they taken in this word? I think they have not. And no one has understood their position yet on where we are going. But it's imperative that we all that are still here and still wake up in the morning and kiss our children good morning, that we begin to think and reason like human beings. It is very important that so many of us need to realize the time we are in. But having said that, what I want to do now is to play the video of the so-called BTV sham. And as you guys are here tonight, I will very, very be happy if you guys give us a bit of background. How I know how BTV, because firstly they were said it was going to be in Austria. And I want to clarify something here tonight before I move forward. You know, the world has changed. Before the COVID, lots of people go to work, but today, every company today minimize people, those that can actually work remotely, don't need to appear to the office. Now, BTV, what we had before in Biafra land, We know people that were involved in BTV back in then. So that BTV was hooked up with our satellite that carries Radio Biafra. It's still internet service. I want to explain it to some of the layman they don't understand, because this man, what they are trying to do, they want to, when you come out, they told you where they spend the money they have stolen, all the money they embezzle. But I want to tell you tonight that they have not added any dime on what has been there before, unless maybe they are rented an apartment for themselves. I can categorically tell you that if you run any television station that is internet, you don't need office to do that. I will explain after you guys have said what you said. But I want to show you the idiot guy that lives in Germany, the jobless fool that lives in Germany, and the so-called Patrick in Kem, that these people are very naive. They don't even know what they are doing. But I want to explain something tonight, because there's a reason why I want to go this far. Now, I need to put up their first brokers, the so-called first brokers in BTV. After the sham, they say, they had Shina Sanwo. We have that video. And the day they said they were opening, and there was nothing like Riyaz's office. So I want you guys to explain to their fans tonight. Never a time that particular place you guys have paid, I don't know how many years you guys have paid, was mentioned, quote, Riyaz's office. And then what do we need the Riyaz's office for? Our headquarters in Germany, where Nzumike was sleeping, and they have to kick him out from the house. Now they want to rent a house for China Sanworu's sister and his girlfriend and her girlfriend. Now, I want to play that video. There's a reason why. There's something I want to point out. All of you are in studio here. I want you to tell me the comparisons of a studio. To talk about studio, where you guys are is a studio. And I don't think there's any comparisons anywhere. I want the person to show me what they're dealing with. We have not devoted our time on this, and we are in this level. Imagine when I put my foot down, all of us say, this is what we want to do for living. What can you see? CNN, I don't see what CNN do that we can't do. So why do you need an apartment to pay individual when the person have a laptop and internet? I need you to explain that to me and explain it to Biafrans. Very, very important. Now, I want to play this video for a very obvious reason. The video is playing, but to be fair, this video took like 2 minutes when they were live on air.
All right, wonderful people.
Yeah, listen, 2 minutes.
All right, great people. Mazi, please, can you hear me sound?
Listen to me. 2 good minutes on the video. They could not hear each other. This clown here is saying, "Can you hear me?" This clown was shouting, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" This two buffoon you see here. 2 minutes. They couldn't hear each other. Live on air on so-called BTV, and that was the first broadcast they don't need. I've done any other. And you can ask yourself, what was they saying there for different for what they were saying before? Listen.
Absolutely, 100%, Mazi. I can hear you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much. Mazi, we are now on frequency. And of course, you know the reason why.
Oh my goodness. We are now on frequency. Biafran television. We are now on frequency. I hope you guys are listening. That's our transistors radio. We are in frequency. And they're now in frequency. It's pathetic, but it's good. We listen.
We're here. We want to, educate our people on issue that is going on today in our land. I'm still waiting for my brother to join me once again because we are.
And the so-called Patrick in Kem, we are nowhere to be found. Now, I need to get them. I'm going to get rid of them. Mazogro and your team. I'm going to give you guys, each of you, 3 minutes. I need you guys to give me the background. Because tonight, Biafrans, I want to explain to Biafrans. Give me the background of how BTV and how far you have gone before the whole hijack in Italy. And what has been happening now, because there's nothing different from what you have done. Please, Mazogro, take us to this Johnny. And I want, after you, Ephraim and Mazde Keze. Before now, I will conclude, please.
Mazindewo.
No.
Yeah, you're a good man indeed. You know, when they are talking about Biafran TV, none of them, I say none of them, know what I passed through in that studio. When the assignment was given to us at the National Coordinators Forum, none of them came back with results, but I do. Surprisingly, even the coordinator of France started screaming. The Alban would have said that he have already appointed Mazogru to go, and he was asked, "Did you come with any?" So what we are doing is not even. I don't understand the group of people that have flown in this struggle. To be honest with you, envy and jealousy here and there. I don't really get it. In terms of the studio, when I came up with the results, I told Abam everything. Yeah, proving that we should went ahead to do the necessary thing they required. And it happened that all these coordinators, none of them asked about how it's come about. But I always came to meeting and passed necessary information about the studio to them. Even the guy that I run it with, is no more here in Italy, he's now in London, UK. But you see all these rats ranting, because I call them rats because now you will let them come and display their talents. Because after sufferings I passed through in that studio, the reward I get is to blackmail me up and down. And these people, they did not offer anything about it. Even the one here with me in Padova here. I'm the one that even dragged him to death at a point. Almost everything had been done. And everything I did there, I make a video of it. I sent to our forum. All of them are happy. But when they are created to be an attacker to Mazogro, see all of them turn around. We paid for that studio. We paid for that studio for 2 good years plus. During the time of COVID-19, we paid all throughout. The earlier money did not.
Mazi, 1 second, please. You guys paid for 2 years. When was this payment initiated? When was the payment?
I'm hearing you. Yeah.
When was this payment? Do you know?
Yeah. Our secretary can give us the if he went back, or should I say go back to the date. Everything is documented. Every down thing is documented.
when is the money you guys paid there was going to the rent you guys paid, when was it going to be expired?
Pardon?
The rent. You said you guys paid for 2 years and 2 years plus. So when is it going to expire?
Yeah. 2 years contract. 2 years contract, I think so. 2 years contract.
So when is the contract is going to elapse? When?
The contract is going to last for 2 years. 2 years. If I'm not mistaken, 2 years. But we will cross-check quite so that we'll be sure of what you're saying. Ekeze will check the...
Okay. That is what I want to...
You understand?
What I want, Mazugro, your explanation is very critical. What I wanted you to do and what you're doing is to just give me the rundown of how, if you guys are paid for 2 years, did this in a point in time that place was mentioned about being a resident office or whatnot when you guys make that payment? This is the things I want to be clarified on air so I can comment on them. So, but I know that the National Financial Secretary and the Treasurer is here. Probably they will have an idea when this money was paid. So we get the actual time and when it's going to expire. It is important that we'll cover it tonight, then we can move forward. So if we can go to Ephraim, if you can tell me if you're aware when this money was, because you guys are the financial team, you guys made this payment. And do you have the record of when this payment was paid and when is it going to expire? Please, if you can. Maz Ephraim.
Good evening, dear friends. Good evening, fellow comrades. Maz, to be explicit on this issue about the BTV, what my national is trying to say about the 2 years payment is something that we will do pay monthly because they were not sending us money from where they were supposed to sending money. Everyone was not sending us money. So we are the rent was being paid by us here in Italy.
Okay.
We are covering the rent every month for 2 years.
So 1 second, because you know what? Because we are the BTV payment you are paying, we are paying it to account in Austria. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
So what happened was we were paying that money to Austria, whereas you guys are the one paying the rent from Italy.
We were making payment of the rent
in Italy.
They were not sending us money. We are paying rent here in Italy. So most of for those years. So this is something we will explain better when the time comes. We'll go into details about this. And when this BTV project started, it was nothing like there it will be called, it will be used as a liaison office. There was nothing of such.
Okay.
Yet what we had in mind when they were talking about the project of BTV, when we were even telling our people, encouraging them to make this payment, what we were telling them was that this TV station is something that you will not need your internet when it is done. You will just switch on your TV and be watching Biafra television.
Yeah. But that's not what it is.
This was what we projected for. This is what we told our members.
That was no, Maz, 1 second. That was a cable TV. It's called a cable TV. Yeah, it's just you can plug in like a national TV. That's what it is, right? So that it can plug it with your plug in your home. Then you get it through the satellite now, which is like our radio Biafra. You get in satellite.
Yes.
Because already we have a satellite, so they can link you up with the satellite. That's what they wanted to do. That's why I want to explain it tonight. But that's not what they have done. That's not what they have done.
That's not what they did.
So
people sat down there on that day. They were doing the whatever they called it. You were opening a BTV. You're supposed to be streaming to the whole world, showing guys everything, but there was nothing like that. They said at the end, they said it's an online TV. Online TV. For what we
don't even have an app. It doesn't have an app, There's no app.
There's no app. No, even if it's an online, there's no app till today.
Yeah.
It's just the online TV. They are telling people that they are going to be having an online TVs. When somebody is in that studio, through Rapture Media, they'll be watching, you just see something written there, Biafra Television.
Thank you very much.
So these people, they have this great struggle to the extent that People don't see us. I don't know how they have disgraced you struggle enough.
No, well, it's not something. You see, here I played Onyendu's voice. Onyendu said it. Our leader know that this time we are in is pivotal. A lot of them are going to be bought, so I'm not bothered. But the reason why we're doing this is just to be a layman to understand, to a layman perspective. Maazị Kezie, give me your words before I could say something to cover this before we move forward, please. Thank you. Unmute yourself.
Thank you, Mazi, for giving me the opportunity to say something about the BTV.
Yeah, well.
The little knowledge I have on this BTV is that like on 16th of July 2020 is the time we started the payment of this BTV.
Wow.
We deposited the total sum of 2,010 euro for the deposit of that place. And we are paying every month 670 euro monthly.
From 2020.
Since 2020, July.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
2020. We are paying monthly 670 euro, and we deposited 2,010 euro for deposit.
So, if out of curiosity, is anybody sleeping in this particular place all this while?
Nobody. And we have been paying for light bill, gas bill, water bill. Since that 2020, we have been paying all these bills.
This is a waste of fund. To be fair.
And it's not what we expected we are seeing today. They call it BTV. And National can explain because the Italian man, our national met for the total equipment of that studio. They cancel it because our national went to a professional who can equip the whole place, both the background, so that as you see CNN and as you see BBC, all those things, that is the project we started with. The letter cut it off because the amount the man cut is too much. They say they
no. Okay, now let me say this. That's why I said it's very important because it is you guys, and we'll have to explain this to Biafrans where they must understand. Now, I want to tell you that conventional television doesn't watch anymore, which is like BBC. BBC, they're struggling. Like in this country, I live. BBC, we pay in this country, that's what they call, you pay television license here. That money goes to BBC. That's what they run BBC with. CNN, every cable television output, even Fox in America right now, they're struggling because of the internet has taken over. These people could have stopped this money you guys have been paying for the initial, when they initiated it, maybe as a vision. And the vision couldn't have been that what they have done before in Biafra land, because IPOB have, you see the satellite that carried our radio that they can watch Radio Biafra, listen to Radio Biafra through cable in Biafra land in anywhere in the world. The same thing they want, they're going to hook it with the same satellite. That's what they intended to do. Now, talking about studio spending money, you don't need it anymore because the world has moved on. After COVID, everything changes. Go and listen to Elon Musk, what he's saying to people. This is the fact of life. Maybe they are not, that's why you need to upgrade yourself. Even if you're working in an industry, they have what they call model to upgrade you to understand, to be in that top form of what is going on with the world. Now, when it comes to media, conventional television, you might call it cable TV in the world now, is in the backstage. We are sitting here. You can tell me what is CNN is doing in their screen that I cannot do. Can you tell me one thing they are doing we cannot do? You don't need to have an office to set up a studio where you can have a visual background and whatnot, or to broadcast. You don't need it. So initial stage, yeah. But the funny thing is that they are not telling people the truth, and they still pay that money. That money should have been stopped paying immediately. They knew that we weren't going to. They don't need, because if we look at the laptop that is in that office, somebody is saying that Patrick Nkem says in office, the man don't even have a visual background where he stayed, where he was saying that the screen was dark as the sky. So my problem is that when these people are wasting resources that we all have worked so hard to contribute, whereas some of our people are languishing in prison, some of our people are dying and hungering back home, that is what is paining me. But I want to make it emphatically clear tonight. And let me say this to you. They did not spend any money to stream on air. They are streaming what is it called? You see that Rapture Media? That is where they're streaming from. Maybe they might have paid money on StreamYard to have their own platform, which they don't know how to operate. Fair enough. But there is no television. That is why they still stream through Rapture Media. So I want to tell Biafrans tonight, anybody telling you they have TV station, the question you should ask them, where can you, go into this TV station? Number one, there's no app. Number two, they haven't hooked it up to our satellite. Now they have a place they're paying 670 euro since 2020, July till today. Do you know how much this have accumulated over time? That the money that have been wasted, people contributed. Like you said, you guys, they force you guys to making this payment. Whereas BTV fund is going to Austria. I don't understand it. So why do they designated BTV money to Austria, whereas you guys are the one paying for the BTV in Italy? Is there anything behind it we don't know? Because I knew I was paying BTV to Austria. We have all this account. Anyway, the purpose of this night tonight, we want to explain this. This is the Italian family that were in charge of this whole thing. But what we are saying here, there is nothing like BTV.
Mazume, the issue is that the main project for that BTV is not yet completed. They just rush and they say because
they can't do nothing. They can't do nothing. They can't do nothing.
Yes, because you see it is not. They are not going live. The project is not yet completed.
No.
So they just rush and do some certain things there because they have the complete equipment, everything. You see, it's not fully equipped.
That's what I'm saying to you. My point I'm making.
The thing is, only where our national kept that place. There's no other thing they put that place, and the blueprint of that thing is not yet completed. So how can they go online? Is it working 24 hours today? So let them stop deceiving people. We will know
what they are doing now. What they are doing is to justify all the embezzlement they have done. But what I'm trying to clarify tonight is that there's no money added in there, and they don't even need any money to run that particular so-called Rapture Media, because it's internet stuff. Once you have laptop, you can go just like as we are now. We are in studio. So that's no different from what we are doing here. And I know how much it costs us to run this monthly. So what is the big deal? Let the record be. They are justifying for them to get money from people. They still, because they are buying tickets, traveling from one city to another. Where are they getting the money from? If they have wasted 670 euro for over going to 2.5 years, without review, know that their money they are paying is waste of money. They have been wasting money because they don't need any conventional television studio anymore. You don't need it. We don't need it. We are freedom fighters. We are static. Why do we need to pay that money for? We don't need. That's not the primary issue we need at this point in time in this struggle. Biafra Radio is internet. Once you have internet, you watch it. The TV is supposed to be the same. So we don't need to have a conventional radio or TV. You have to go and plug manually. No, we don't need it. To be fair.
Mazi, even television and Apple laptop, but put on ground. I did everything with somebody that is with them now. Everything is down. So I don't know the reason why they just went there and started calling Jackson to stream on air. Because I'm waiting to see.
Yeah, because they don't know how to go live on air, Mazi. They don't know.
Laptop.
They don't know. Yeah, because I remember the day they were doing this.
And
they
are jumping up and down. They're just trying to rush everything. They're just trying to rush everything. Maybe after Finland, they're all of them trying to be relevant. Without
anyway, we had enough of it.
And
I think
even to know what is going to result.
Mazi, it's fine. Whoever is listening to the purpose of this clarification is that this shenanigan, there is no BTV. What is still same Rapture Media. Whatever they're doing is what they are using. The same platform they're using, they are doing that nonsense they're doing. They have not paid any different money. And anybody contributing money based on BTV, you are wasting time. All the money we contributed is wasted, but you know, like Onyendu said, all these things is going to be reviewed with time. I'm not complaining. I'm not, but the main purpose is to clarify to Biafrans. I'm not asking you not to give your money to criminals. It's entirely up to you. However you want to spend your hard-earned money is entirely up to you. I don't want to get involved in it.
They will disagree with you that it's a waste of money. But I asked Aban when he stopped relief payment here. Aban opened his mouth and asked me where the money is going. But now all of them keep mute. They are not asking of where their money paying for BTV is going.
Yeah, it's fine. We don't need to worry about that. We know we don't understand all of this.
To the highest order.
Let's move into fellow comrade Maz, it's fine, it's fine. Fellow comrades and lovers of freedom. Now we are getting into the main thing we came here to do. This is IPOB Italian Escort. This is episode 005, and this is the expose of the cabal within the DOS in Italy. The menace, things they have done, China Sanworu, and the gang of criminals, including Chike Dozem. Chike Dozem voice is going to come on episode 6 as a so-called director of state, the head of director of state now. Don't even know how, the funny thing about Chike Dozem put his signature in our code of conduct, but you don't understand. That's what I said. He is the nearest man that prison is very close to in terms of things gone wrong in IPOB, because his signature is in that particular code of conduct. And that code of conduct cannot be changed by anybody until we review by the supreme leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, because it wasn't Chike Dozem that authorized it. It was the supreme leader of the indigenous that authorized that. It wasn't a consensus, but it was him that authorized it. So now let's listen to China Sanworu's sister. Over time, they're after Okukano family because they want to be like Okukano family. But you see, in life, respect is something you earn. You can't command respect without earning it. There's no back door for you to command the respect. It's something you have to earn. This is if you have listened from episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and China Sanworu make a reference that something IPOB want to do, and he's worried that when that thing is done, that the people are going to think that he's the one that did it, being that they were going to write memo against the Italian national coordinator. And when this is happening, and when this finally come to happen, this is the lady's reaction, and including their corporate, which is Jackson, of all people, the guy that is making money, blood money out of IPOB. Jackson is from Ogoja. And remember when Akwarawa Mende was murdered in cold blood in Aba, this guy said nothing. He's from the same place with Akwarawa Mende. He says nothing because he's making his living, blood money. That's why they are swearing upon. Let's listen to her voice, and we're going to talk about this. Is how, after they have accomplished their coup in Italy, this is China Sanworu's sisters, statements and rejoice. We are playing this, like Madam Maya said. This is a documentary. Chike Dozem voice is going to come next week, which is episode 6, and go forward. So many voices going to come through. as we go forward.
IPOB, one family. IPOB, one family. One family, IPOB. Yes, now I can use this term because all this while, if people notice, I never use IPOB one family. I used to say all must help Biafra. And all must help Biafra. The saboteur.
For those listening, this is the wish, whatever, how you guys describe China Sanworu's sister that lives in Italy. IPOB is not a family business. And as we can see, China Sanworu went to Italy and threatening the whole national coordinator representing Mazen Nandekano from Kuwait that contributed nothing to IPOB till tomorrow morning. Nothing has not contributed to IPOB till tomorrow morning.
And all of them, the entire world, universe must help Biafra. Yes, what a happy moment is this for me. I feel very happy. It's hard time. I support the motions. I support Mazi Christian Wosu's voice. I support Mazi Onyebuchi Mama's voice. I support you now.
And listen, let me say something here. In IPOB, we don't need consensus, especially when somebody is in a position appointed by, because IPOB has been run by hierarchical, the way we are. The coordinator, the national coordinator, have the right to form her ESCOs. Then forming that ESCOs, then all the subordinates now can emerge to appoint individuals. And it's voluntarily. It's not consensus that we are voting. We don't vote within IPOB. It is not allowed. So when somebody is saying that it's now supporting a motion as if there was a ballot box before the national coordinator of any country was appointed, Mazen Nandekano was not elected by anybody. He's a leader that spearheaded a vision. And every single one of us backed him up because we saw him that he was pure. And the same way he trickled it down, he's the only person that has the power to appoint. When we play Chikedozian's voice, we hear Chikedozian when he was threatening the Italian national coordinator. And this is what he have done all over. Even in UK here, we have all his email and things he said here in UK. We have all the record here as well. Like I said, this is a tip of iceberg because we're going forward. Their voices need to be played because our leader will come out. Because things they did in hidden, they thought he wouldn't come out. But you can hear the lady moving motion. I want to say this to you as an IPOB member. You don't move motion. Because in the ESCOs, picking people, appointing people based within the family. That's how it works.
I support everybody that is also writing supported. Now I listened to Mazi Onyebuchi and he said we should relieve our voice. That's why I came with voice. And I am saying that I support Mazi Ugo. Mazi Keke, is it Ugonna Ikechukwu? Mazi Ugonna Keke Oda to be the national coordinator.
Now, this is the flaw of all time, and this is the highest insubordination within IPOB leadership, as our leader structured IPOB. So now, people that was under a national coordinator now, this is a proper coup they did, which is not entails in IPOB. For you guys to come out and say you're supporting that this individual, national coordinator appointed by our leader, even the continental reps of every continent, sometimes they are not the ones appointed national coordinators. Moreover, majority of national coordinators across borders has been appointed by Mazen Nandekano because he made it clear to us that national coordinator represents him in every country. And Onyendu never override any national coordinator. I can testify here. I live in UK. When we have problem here, only understood with former national coordinator Okachi here in UK, and he handled that case by calling Austin Aban, who is the European rep, to do his own duty. That is how IPOB is. The hierarchical is something you cannot override. Because every time you override anything that is a structure, what you bring is chaos. But you can hear the conspiracy theory they did in hidden, that is open. They appointed KK. KK, they are the one that appointed him as their own cabal coordinator. But we hear where Chikedozium confess about who actually appointed the international coordinator. And it's in the memo. To be avoidance of that, the international coordinator was in the memo in Emeka officially. This is the word of Mazen Namdekano. They defiled it. To show you the chaotic they have brought in IPOB today. This is where all this things start. That's why we're doing this program. This is the reason why. It's not for spite anybody. But it's very, very important.
IPOB, Italy, Indigenous People of Biafra, Italy National Coordinator. Ogoro, nta. Ihola yi mere onwe gị n'okporo korota na mowera. Ihola yi mere onwe gị ihola yi mere onwe gị. You didn't want to be on the transparent side. You didn't want to be a single master-serving man.
I want you guys to be very, very pay attentively. I'm talking about Maazi, Ekezie, and Ephraim. Because when people, like I said, China Sanwo-Olu, I think it runs in their blood. Whatever they are pointing finger on people is exactly what they are doing 10 times. The transparency is what we're about to hear. So I want you guys to pay close attention on this lady's voice, please. If not, make sure you write it down, because when I call you, I need you to give me what you know, please. Very important.
You were serving two masters. That is why the word of God says, don't serve two masters at a time. You will love one or hate the other one. You've loved your master, Mazen Namdekano, and your mistress, Madame Nenayanya, more than the DOS. Now this is the result. I support Ogoro, vote of no.
Yeah, Madame Nenayanya is everybody's mistress, because Madame Nenayanya, once you follow the instruction of the same thing, they have said it. So everybody that is following the due process of IPOB is Madame Nenayanya mistress. Very, very, this is the blackmail of the highest order. Blackmail of the highest order. And unprofessionalism and incompetency. And this is people that are fighting to extricate themselves from what we are in. What they are practicing is even more dangerous than what we are in the zoo. This kind of attitude is not allowed in IPOB. It is not allowed. People like us will not see it. But why would I be involved in this kind of thing? Why am I fighting the zoo? Why? Tell me one reason why I should be involved in this.
No confidence on you. Vote of confidence. Total 360 centigrade confidence on Mazi Ugonna KK Oda. Mazi KK, my new national. God bless you. Ndewo.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
I meant something. I said Ogro loved his master, Mazen. No, had it been he loved Mazen, the candidate would have been better. I intended saying that his master all the while has been Mr. Kingsley Ezebiro, a.k.a. Canon Kingsley Kano. So he loved him more than the DOS. Nta eweta mpila bụ onye mba onye ike evula bụ onye ike dede nne evula onye mba onye ike evula bụ onye ike ndewo.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
All must sell Biafra. There is something I want to precise also in this particular platform. I think I heard somebody saying that Ogro was misleaded on the way. There were people that mislead him. People, no. Ogoro has ever been on this platform intentionally. He knew what he came to do.
Ogro knew from the start when Kanonta told him.
Do you know, I want you to listen carefully on how this woman is picturing Ogro and her position in IPOB. Like I said, this thing run in their blood. Exactly her position in IPOB is what now he's pushing back to. Because I don't live in Italy, but I can see what is happening in Italy. Because we explain the same thing in UK here. But what he's saying about Ogro, I want you guys to pay close attention. Very important.
Ogro, I will plant you in Italy. But this is what he knew. Nobody misleaded him. He only tried to include some. And when he wants to debellare, to remove those that was not a genuine, those he knew that they will see him immediately. He used others, people like me. This, when I used to say this thing, that what pains me is that Ogro used me. He used me to fight people. And that is why today I say, but God has had mercy on me because I never knew what was his intention. That is why I used to grow angry. He used me when he will come that time. He will tell you, Okonya, Ogro will stay with you on telephone for 1 good hour. What made Ogro not to open up and to tell me, join these people, is because he knew that I have somebody in the struggle whom the Kanunta is allergic of. That is just the only thing. If not, he would have given me the same story, the same connection he gave to people to Kanunta. He only used me so that I will stand by him when he attacked Comrade Dago. But God knows that I did not attack them out of lie. Ogro will push them till they come to an extent. When they come now, what you will see was what is wrong, and you will say. It's just like when Roma coordinator used to say, I was in the meeting where the rep, the European rep, and the DHOS, Mazin Zurumike, the deputy, was present. That when he talked about deputy, we supported him. Okay, now, all I know right from the beginning, when it was announced, Onyendu said only the national without deputy. If it is something that then it was Chukwumeke Zeo or how they did it, I was only standing there. As they were saying, that was it. That was it, oh. It's not because my name was written in that document, oh. And that is where Ekwensu Jikwapo Ogro said I should put my name there. I told him that thing is I told him. He said my name should be, when they were to sign the document, that is how my name went in there. For those of you seeing my name in that document. Then again, when we were in that forum with because what Ogro will do, he know, like for example, he know that Roma coordinator, with every respect, Roma coordinator, he knows a lot. He's really a hardcore. But at a point, his reasonings and understandings get stopped.
Now, I need to speak over this because, like I said, I'm going to give you guys time to speak. She made a reference that you used her. I don't want a response from you guys now. That's why I said, especially you, Ogo, this particular response is going to come from you. Because when Onyendu announced Italian national coordinator, Onyendu said no deputy. So they were pushing for deputy because they wanted to plot somebody within Italian, right? And she is saying that he used her. So important to remember this. So you need to clarify that because it's an audio. So all the things she said about, contrary to what probably you need to respond to, you will have your time to respond. So you need to have those key points for you to be able to do that when I ask you to respond to whatever she has said, please.
He will not want to. When he just get that point, he will not even want to listen, which is not something that he knew, which is done by others. No, that's not how. In my own presence, he insulted Mazin Zurumike in the presence of everybody that was there in that meeting. Why Ogro called me in that meeting? Chidema doesn't know.
He only called me that there is a meeting where that he wants me to be in that meeting. Did he tell me the venue? Did he tell me the room? What do I know about it? Won't I accept the national? Then it was in front there that Roma coordinator insulted the deputy. He said, the deputy, okay, you people don't want to put deputy national here. Somebody went, don't worry, when Onyendu comes out, he insulted. That was the only place, and that was why I went against him. That was the only reason. He told Ogro that you climb up. In a way, he was even saying the truth, that Ogro climbed and refused, not knowing that it was under, how do I know all these things? Look, let me tell you people, when you know where you go wrong, you go back and reason and accept and repent. God forgives. I have seen where Ogro used me. I have seen it. And I have repented of it. And that is why, Ogro, I will not leave you alone. Why? Not because I want to retaliate. No, because you are fake. You are saboteur. You are double agent. So I want to, you will pay for your falsity. You will pay for your insubordination. Insubordination, Ogro, according to IPOB, insubordination. You are an infiltrator.
You know, people quote words without understood what they mean. Insubordination. Is it not the same lady that picked up a letter without the concept of national coordinator until tomorrow morning? Somebody said that that letter is in the interest of IPOB, but a sitting national coordinator was not aware the content of that. Was not. They didn't even email it to you. Okay. We emailed the original letter. We made the photocopy of the letter to a national coordinator. And I want you to talk about this letter. Who was this letter being addressed to? Who was this letter being delivered? Is it Italian government or the zoo agent? I want you guys to talk about this letter tonight. It's very important because we have not talked about it. Now, I will continue because now they are the one professing what has to happen to Ogro, which eventually on their own book, but it doesn't stay because Onyendu is the one that appointed you, not them, which they testify. And there was a clause on the appointment that there is no need for deputy. So, and let me say this again. As a national coordinator, you have the power to call any of your subordinates. If you're free, can you represent me in a meeting? You don't have to give me the details of that meeting. I've been in that position so many times. As a zonal coordinator, I can tell my subordinates that if I have a meeting, maybe I have an ESCO meeting, I couldn't make it to coordinators meeting. Can you represent me in this meeting and give me feedback? It is how it goes within IPOB. So I don't see anything wrong with it. I want to clarify that particular session, please. Let's move forward.
Cannot have planted you to be an infiltrator, to be a mole. You people dragged Ephraim in, but to Ephraim once again. As it be, you say you know what? Yes, to you. Then you are talking. So please, point of correction. Nobody misled.
Well, the thing things that marvels me is that the kind of words that comes out of this lady's mouth, even though she's speaking Igbo and narrating this, those that are not understanding Igbo that are listening to us, she's making gesture of those that have forcefully by mentioning the name of Radio Biafra. Now she indirectly mocking them, as if these men are getting paid by IPOB, or they're not working their ass off to pay with their own hard-earned money. But people like them, because they are reaping from where they did not sow, that is why they think everybody has something. IPOB is like Onyendu said, that is going to be is a privilege. It's phenomenal, we know, if you're a true IPOB. But when people like this speak, you think there's something that you are getting. Some of them that were paying them, some of them said we're not getting paid, but we later know that Chikerezion was getting paid too, because you want to know who is getting paid. Go ask Madam Nenyanya. Just like her last broadcast, the useless girl that lives in Italy, I used to be in France. He forced to give details, a bit of details about her like a couple nights ago. So, excuse me. So when these individuals are making mockery of people that have dedicated themselves voluntarily to serve their nation, then you go back and ask yourself, what exactly is going on here? And it's mind-boggling, if you ask me now. That's all I have to say.
Ogro knew he was born for this. Ogro was made a national coordinator for this. So anybody who is blaming others, that others misleaded him, that others, even Chukwumeke, that others did him this, did him that, it's not true. Ogro know why he was there. And again, at the end, Chukwumeke was the deputy national coordinator and the treasurer, the national treasurer, because that was what he was doing. Then together with David Otta, that was the second deputy national coordinator. Was it not clear in the meetings? Onye Hureziokwu, he who sees the truth and refused to speak the truth. When Ebuwishi, Eburunti, Onye Agwanti Mono, Ebuwishi, Ebukromanti, those of you that refuse to see the truth and talk, when the problem will come, it will sweep together all of you. It will sweep together all of you. Ogro, I will deal with you legally. This one is not good. Tanto, you yourself, one day, you must quit. It doesn't, that, I cannot already, I don't think with a national coordinator, Italy. Look at you now, parare. Stavi parando il culo. Quindi se qualcosa che vi brucia il sedere, qualcosa vi brucia, vi rode nel culo. Per quella dovevate pararsi il culo, Qua non ce n'è da pararsi, perché ormai tu sei una carogna merdosa, carogna merdosa.
Fellow comrades and lovers of freedom, now, Maazi Ogro, I would like you to, because there's some references this lady made, I would like you to clarify them. And I don't know what she said at the end of it with Italian. I don't understand the Italian. Is the memo that Onyendu, you see how daft this individual are? The memo that came from a firm, a lawyer, he used the word, she's going to deal with you legally. I don't know what he means legally. And she made a reference to a legal memo that came from a firm that represents our leader. Instruction from a client. When you do is behind bars, he says canon to canon directly. So I don't know if you can clarify what she said at the end of it before now you respond on things she made references to you, because all your three of you, your name mentioned here before. Ephraim name was mentioned before Maazi Kezie. So you guys need to speak one after another, because this audio wasn't solely for Ogro. So Ogro, I need you to give us what she said at the end of this with Italian language, and now go back when she says she used that. All these references she make on you, can you clarify them, please, for me? Because we have heard her. I wish I've talked over what she was saying. The floor is yours, and there.
Yeah, Maazi, thank you very much. The word he used at the end is Italian language. It's all about cursing me. What she will do. It's all about curse. Just like somebody cursing you, you will be dead with you. You will bury you alive. Italy is not. She has a grant to do everything to so that she bring you down. That is what he meant. It's all about the curse and the heavy threat. I must tell you, it's a heavy threat that is going. She's going to kill.
Okay.
In any way.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's quite pathetic.
Which she's already said part of it. And Maazi may tell me the difference between she and her brother. Because
no
blood is thicker than water.
No, that's not different. That's not different.
Even China Samoru, where he is now, China Samoru, where he is now, he will be hearing the voice of her sister And there are a lot of mess, this lady said. It's going to come out. All of it will come out. And the whole world will hear it. When I'm saying that these people, they are threatening my life, nobody understands it, particularly. And what happened in Italy today, caused by this lady, because I pity for our men, call themselves coordinators. Only this lady stand in the gap and rolling them like a football, and all of them fall. Today, the reality has gone. And all of them did not know a day like this will come, because they thought that they will sweep everything under the carpet. Because what she's saying it with alacrity because he has somebody in the US. Body language here, all of you that are watching me now, you heard it. What have I done to these people, China Sangoru and her sister, to threaten to my life? And let me make it categorically clear to the rest of the world. From now onwards, any day, anytime, if you look for me, you did not see me, China Sangoru and her sister will be, and whoever support this struggle, whoever be sincere, should get them trapped, because my life is under their hands. If I did not reach the way God, 150 years from now, any day something happened to me, these people will be held responsible. And everything, I'm not saying, because you people have had it from the horse's mouth. Did I say, them say, or they say I was, or is, or went, or that? You are hearing it from the horse's mouth. There's no two ways about it. And this thing is going to enter IPOB archive. Even their grandchildren will hear it in future. If I did not spend 150 years from now, these people will be held responsible. And that is it. And she is the one that coordinate the whole coordinate. As you are seeing, you are hearing her voice here. That's how he making a roll call all around. If you call if you disagree with her, automatically you become an enemy of her. You have had some coordinators measuring. When time is going on, her voice will be coming out, and you will be seeing the kind of cruelty, the kind of evil, the gravity of devilish inside this lady you are seeing. This lady will come to a meeting. He will be causing coordinators. Today she will say, "Call me evangelist." Tomorrow she will say, "Call me Wada Chidema." A confusion every blessed day, every moment time. So that is the lady you are hearing her voice. Every down thing happened in Italy caused by her. There's no two ways about it. Everybody had it. Not me. Said it.
Okay, and now she said you used. She said you used her.
Where she said. That is where I'm going now. You see, I don't know the type of using you're talking about. Whether I slept with her, or I don't even understand the type of use. If we are working yes, we are working together as a coordinator, and you jumped out, because when we are talking about registered document, she's the one that jumped out. That she has a lawyer who will help us and do this and do that. You know, Mazume, if somebody volunteer him or herself to work, you give the person chance to do.
Chance, of course. That's what IPOB is all about.
Because as you see her, that's how she. Yeah, because I gave her that a chance, because I'm not here to make friends. If you volunteer yourself, if we table something, maybe there is something we're about to do. If you volunteer yourself to do, I will give you a chance to do that. That is me. When she jumped out, not knowing that she herself are what she's talking about, because you, Mazume, you have said it time without number. Before her brother says something, he has already done it.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what they are practicing. Pure. There's no two ways about that.
To be honest,
This lady, I called her, sent her a message. When we talk about that, document.
Go on.
Yeah. When the issue of the registration of the document came out, she jumped out, and I opened door for her to go ahead. I and she went to Rome to register this document. That very day, we are contemplating how to put names. I said, okay, since you have forced yourself to be in position to work together, then put your name as the assistant. It's not a big deal. Then I point all those ones, I pointed PRO and all of them, National Treasurer, National Financial Secretary. So where did I use this lady? I don't know. Because I have said it now, I don't know the type, because there are two ways, there are two types of using. You may use somebody by selecting her, or you may use somebody by do business with the person. You fail to pay him or pay her. So that is not what I don't understand. The way
okay,
I use her.
Yeah,
Then the same person, I sent him in a meeting. He failed.
Okay. You know, we have to manage the time we have. But what I can say here, by your explanation, you are following the code of conduct of IPOB because, like I said, it is about voluntarily. If you have anything in mind, you wouldn't have allowed her to put her name. Which that name she put is why they have committed a fraud within what they did in Italy. Now I can say that she knew she was planted.
Yeah.
The same thing, that word she used was what she are. She was planted from the beginning. Yeah. She was pushing herself to be involved for a reason because they know what they are planning. And that's why China Sawolo has been the one. I don't know why China Sawolo should be the one that lives in Kuwait, be the one translating Italy to you people. He has not lived in Italy before. You know what I mean? Because I know translation doesn't require anything. It's something I have to, the software can translate with software. But let's just stop it there. Let's go to Mazi Flip. Mazi Flip, please. Because your name was mentioned. He said Mazi Flip was misled, if I'm not mistaken. She mentioned your name, you know, and you guys have listened to the voice because I know you guys know who we are talking about. I think tonight we're going to finish up our voice. We're not going to be able to go into the second voice. So that voice is going to come with the so-called the vegetable himself next week because we are almost getting to 2 hours. So once we analyze this particular audio, we're going to call it a night. So Mazi, please go on.
Thank you very much, Mazi. You know, people will now understand why I call her an old witch. This woman you're seeing is an old witch. All this thing, she was the one who planned everything. She planned everything and just everybody now will understand because there are many voices. There are a lot of voices. This woman is somebody that she will call you on the phone, try to convince you, try to all manner of things. But when you will not, when they know that they can't buy you over, you become an enemy. These are evil people, bunch of evil people. I know them. They should be thanking these two men here, Mazi Oguru and Mazi Ekeze. Because when they started this thing, I wanted to face them because they are just a bunch of idiots. I knew them. They were the one who said, don't just leave them, just calm down. They should be happy that they have this kind of people. Because these people, they are very Mazi Ume and the Biafrans. Maybe if you were in the forum and see these people, when they speak in the forum, when they were talking in the forum, we just see those kind of bastards, bunch of fools when they speak in the forum. People that don't have, I was wondering, how did these people become coordinators? And this lady talking here, this lady here, she does not contribute time from the zone where she stayed. I have a record financially. Because when you talk about this movement, you need to talk about finance. If you are a coordinator in your zone, financially, you are not moving, you are not doing anything. This is your job.
100%.
This is your job. But most of them, they don't know their job. They just jump out from nowhere to come out. Their record, this lady here have a record. Most time in her zone, not even a time. You ask her, why is your zone not participating? Why is your zone not paying, contributing like other zones? She will say the members went to farm, they went to work in the farm, they are here and there. Whereas it's a lie, because her character had chased people away from that place. Most people, because of her character, where she stays, where she coordinates, her character, her dubious character, her witchcraft character, chase them away from those places, and they don't participate in what they are doing in her zone. So this woman here, this lady we are talking about, the Biafran at her. She's an evil person. And most of these coordinators that followed her, that did all those things, most time I told them, most of you have lost your position because you saw everything. How evil these people are, you follow them just to protect your position as a coordinator. That post has been lost. They have lost that post. And when I was saying that, they were thinking that I was joking. Not that I have the power to do that, but your character, what you people have done, have made you people to lose that. So much the audio there explains a lot. People now understand who she is, what these families are. Because the mother that gave birth to them is childless. When you listen to the brother, listen to her talking, you understand that they are not these are not they were not even brought up. Just listen. There are many audios. This one just the beginning. This is just the beginning. There are many audios. Listen to what she said, everything she said in Italian at the end of this thing. Just if you understood it, you know that this woman is just as useless as what I don't even know what to classify her. It's just like chaff, useless. So thank you, Mazi, because listening to her, I already have.
I know. It's kind of yeah. My apologies. I've got a cold. I sneezed, and I thought I should shut my mic. For those listening to us, audience. So I may see my voice is a bit deep. It's because of the weather's changed. So yeah. Mazifem, thank you for that expressive explanation. Like I said, the reason why we're doing this is very, very important, because if we don't do this, a lot of people, because they were blackmail machines. We are not blackmailing anybody. That's why we're playing their voice. If they want to encounter it, they can come out and say, "Oh, it's not my voice," or maybe these people have lied against me. If you see Madam Nenia, who she doesn't talk easily, who come out and mention names, because we keep quiet for years, and people are thinking that they're the Acapone, they're untouchables, So, but all these things is what our forebears are going to hear this one day. Their names, like I said, if Arjuna will be a blessing to compare to this man's, their generation. Mark my words somewhere. So let me come to Mazi Ekeze, because I know they say you are the Deputy National Coordinator and Treasurer. That's what she called you. Give us your own perspective, please.
Thank you, Mazi, for giving me this opportunity. This is my first time in a struggle of IPOB, hearing from coordinators vote of no confidence on a national coordinator.
No, it's not allowed.
I have not seen it since I joined IPOB since 2013.
Mazi, I'm not cutting you off. If our former deputy leader could not remove a sitting national coordinator that he appointed, are you listening to me?
Yes.
Our former deputy leader, I'm talking about UK here, former national coordinator UK, Dr. Lois Okachi, was appointed by former deputy leader of Indigenous people of Biafra. When they were issued here, even he wrote a memo against him, even when I had to write a letter to Home Office because of people who are going to seek for asylum here. It was catastrophic. But nobody, this issue was managed within IPOB. But he could not remove that person because even we that were under him saw that the man did nothing and he's interfering. It is not his job. But when Onyendu came out, Onyendu told him to stop, that he will handle it because our leader have the final say when it comes to national coordinator. So who the heck are you to vote of no confidence? Even some people, I see some Americans, this is people that think we are in political party, writing note of no confidence. Onyendu doesn't entertain such thing. If you go back to the days of Omiyomio, they written about them. Those women there that tell me that woman went against Onyendu told them no. They said he was a 4-1. Onyendu said no. Because our leader is a different man, and he know the vision of IPOB. No, if 90% of average Biafrans that lives abroad, nobody will say he has never done something that he didn't wish to do because of the pressure we have. We all understand that, but everybody know what is right and more. So nobody cast vote when you were appointed. So where are you getting the vote of no confidence from? Very important. Go ahead, please.
So, Maz, when all those things
from us
started,
now by man, they do them. That is where.
so when all those things started, I told the Taran coordinators that what you people are doing.
You're talking about the coordinators. Yeah. Taran coordinators.
Yes, yeah. I told the coordinators this is not the way. We don't have problem in here in Italy. Our problem is from the head, the so-called leadership. I told them, look at where the problem comes from. This lady in our midst is an agent. I called her agent, and she started ranting. I told the coordinator that she is an agent because they have made this plan with his brother and the so-called DOS. They have made this plan. That is why immediately Mazogoro gave her suspension. Chike doesn't jumped in. His brother jumped in to threaten national coordinator to call her back immediately. Because she is the only eyes they used to see in Italy to give them information what is happening in Italy. Even this lady called me one day. Maz, you know, I'm one of the respected coordinator here in Italy. We want to form a national executive so that anything we discuss, it will remain with us. I told her many.
That is the highest insubordination.
Yes,
the highest insubordination.
She has something in mind, and this is because all their mind is that I and Ogro is discussing a lot. That is why when he said that I'm the deputy, I'm doing like a deputy because I give them how it is. I don't shift. I don't maneuver things. The way it is the way I bring it out. They don't like it. They don't like somebody who tells you the truth. They don't like it. So, and whenever you see our people like to bring somebody who is working hard to make sure that things is in order. They would like to bring you down. By all means. They never see enviness and jealousy in our people's life. There is nothing to compare it with. Our people. Once they see you or your name being mentioned that they are doing fine, they must surely look one way or the other to bring you down. That is the nature of our people. Understand? So this lady, you are hearing her voice now, Chidimma Nworu. They planted her, they used her to cause confusion here in Italy. And I told coordinators, she is an agent, and they have used, because even the time Chike Doziem was in our meeting and Abanyam, I told them that they are the one who gave this lady impetus to do what she's doing in Italy, because she know that she has backup. That whenever Ogro says something against it, he know people who to report, because Onyendi is normal, because Onyendi is incarceration. That is why the thing that happened in Italy, he just carried it off head with his group, because Chike Doziem, Abanyam, and this guy, Chinasa, would have told her, go ahead, do whatever you like to do. Like the letter she submitted to the our Jewish brother here in Italy. That letter, the day we say that because they called us, that we should join them to do protest, that they will showcase us to the Italian government. They will know, they want for them to Italian government to know what is going on and what our project we have on, that we should join them towards, and so that our political Italian political group, we know that IPOB in Italy is with them. They call us this to come and join them and do what they want to do. This lady, the day we are organized to go this place, this lady told us she's not going. She don't has money for transportation. And the same day is the day we say, let us use one stone and kill the two birds. The day Hope Uzodinma is coming at the room, the same day these people invite us. I said, okay, let us divide ourselves. First of all, let us go to the protest ground where Hope Uzodinma and the group is coming. After that place, then we can go the other, because of the time schedule is different. We agree. Then on our process, on our way to that place, Hope Uzodinma coming, we couldn't meet up, because for us to go that place, we miss our train coming back home. We said, okay, let these people around the room to go to that place and tell our Jewish brothers that we are with them, with the instrument, and those that go with the instrument, that we are with them. But this lady told us she's not going. She don't have transport money. Later, instead of her to come in our rally place, he refused to come to the place we're supposed to do rally. She went direct to that place. We are having protests with our Jewish brother, and submitted a letter without national, without members, or even members of Italy, knowing that she's going there with letter. And Abanyam is aware of where we are going. Abanyam did not say, go with this letter, because any letter that is coming here in Italy, that's supposed to submit here in Italy, must come from European rep, no other place. And Abanyam told us, if you go this place, submit so letter, do this, do that. That is where we get from information from. But we didn't hear anything. And up till today, we don't know the contents of that letter she submitted. That is the reason why National said no. You have done many things you have been doing. You have done a lot of things in Italy. This one, with this letter you submitted without my notice, without the notice of the members of Italian executive, you are going on suspension. And we asked her, how do you got this letter? She said he called inquiry line of DOS. That's where he got this letter, from inquiry line of DOS. But now, she has her letter say he's the one that gave her this letter. Who is fooling who? They are running family business.
And not I don't want to cut. I don't.
Go ahead.
Maz, I don't want to cut you off. You will continue. Don't forget that even Roma coordinator Shedrack Nwafo is on ground on that place. She did what she did. But because we have gatekeepers, they captured her. If not, we would have not know what went on there. Go ahead.
Yes, like other coordinators who went there with her did not know that she submitted a letter. Then, after the suspension came, Chikedezim sent a voice that she must be returned immediately. And Chinasa come and attack. You see it? Because she's doing everything she doing in Italy because these people gave her the power to maneuver national coordinator, to do anything. That the national coordinator is nothing. Because Onyendi is not around. So she's calling my name because I don't give her a chance. I always tell her how it is. Even there is in our meeting, even the radio is calling me Anene. She's calling me Anene. There is a lot insult. A lot of the voice is too much. A lot of insult coming out from this lady.
Yeah, we take the ones that is very meaningful and use them on course of this episode that we are in. Anyway, like I said, the voice have said it all, but you guys have the prerogative to actually to dissect it to those our listeners to able to be grasp how what's transpired. Like we said from the beginning, the purpose of this particular program is to educate Biafran, and this are going to be in the archives. Because once upon a time, one of the things that happened when Mazen Nandekano was kidnapped, and those that were ought to know better rebelled against our leader. If you all guys with me, the audio that I played on the beginning of this program, the man of God that we are actually saying things the way it is concerning our people, this opportunity, if we miss it, we are going into extinction. For our listener and Biafrans at large, the voice you just heard is China Sanworu's sister, Chidimma Nworu, that lives in Italy. And even at the end of her word, he threatened that he's going to kill Maazogro. This is the woman in question here. This is the lady. This is the lady that we're threatening, a sitting national coordinator, insubordination, and now she's the liaison officer. I don't know who is liaising with. But when people talk about infiltrator, she's the number one infiltrator. They plotted her there because what they did was once Onyendu was rendition. They didn't know the stand of Onyendu. But when Ejiofor told them that Onyendu will not make it out, now they went into a different mood to make sure they crumble everything on the surface air that Onyendu have worked and IPOB with blood of our people. That is their agenda, nothing else. And tonight, again, is explicit. Everything they have said in this audio are contrary to IPOB modus operandi. And I think our next program, I need to play certain. I'm gonna do our code of conduct. You know the code of conduct. They say they call us code of conduct, but they will quote that code of conduct when it suits them. I don't know if some of you are aware. When the day Chikedozian came on air to announce about UK, he quoted code of conduct. He read a chunk of it. At the end of the day, the guy violated it. That was the day my jaw dropped, and that was the day I marked Chikedozian bad completely. That I knew that the guy, even just some people claiming that they are learned, but he's not. And the disheartening thing about it is the code of conduct in question is signatory. He's signatory to it. So he knows ignorance is not excused in the court of law. Things he's doing, he knows the consequences. But he didn't know the consequences that his signature is in that code of conduct. So, I mean, I can't thank you guys enough because what we are doing is something that is going to transcend to our forebearers. Because, you know, documentary here in BBC, people did it. So what we are doing today is this position of cabal within DOS in Italy. And it is not exclusive to Italy. This is across board, even in UK here. We have gone into UK, our Deputy National Coordinator have come on. Myself, I'm a first-hand information. I know a lot. I know a lot. So for those listening to us, we don't normally come out to talk about things. But this point in time is the time to let people know and to let IPOB know, those that are saying they are confused. Because whatever that is happening today, it is what pre-planned. It's premeditated. This individual, all of them are in one accord. Like Onyenu said, that we have enemy both within and external. That the months ahead to come is pivotal. That's the time. And the era of 100 men, this is where we are. They make sure they plumb their own, just like what they describe Ogo. But that's exactly her job in Italy. And I don't know where we are going from here, because resources are being. This is the reason why, Madam Nenyanya, because, you know, to run finance, they believe in physicality. Everything you want, you need to put it in actual, you know, physical aspect of it and what that money was meant for. And after you must have spent the money, they want to review to make sure that what you said that money was meant for is what you used it for. This is what has been the problem. Because you can't tell me that if we knew that we were paying for a place since 2 years ago for 670 euro and no one lives there. Imagine if we are giving 670 euro every month back to Biafra land for those that need help. Do you know how much that money is in Biafra land? Not even somebody that is homeless that living in that apartment for the last 2 years and he was paid for. And up to now, they don't have use for it. They don't need it for anything. Those computers you see in there, it is nothing. They can't stream live. They don't have camera to stream. What do you need? Everything is smart. The world have moved down. If you buy television today, you can't just plug it. It won't work. If you buy TV today, you can't just plug it. It won't work. You have to register it before you plug. It's because it's a smartphone. It's a smart TV. So what do you need analog for? You don't need it. So, fellow comrade, I thank all of you, and I thank you guys for devoting your time. And tonight, again, is the episode 005. As I said, 006 is coming on Saturday next week. And we continue with the voice of the vulture called Jackson, the one that owns, the one that milking the blood of our people. And Machi Kedozium, the vegetable himself, we will play his voice where he's threatening a sitting national coordinator. And you will listen to him, the word as he addressed in the sitting national coordinator, and he put him in position where he is. I won't speak for him. I want it because, like I said, Chike Doziem, I don't know what he's smoking, and those are advising him. But Austin Albani and his cronies have ridiculed themselves, thinking they're doing Mazen Namdekan or IPOB. No, it is their generation. So, Mazi, I thank all of you for coming. Yeah, there will no much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi. My good man.
So, fellow comrades and lovers of freedom, we are drawing curtain here, like I always do. My word to you is sit down and ask yourself a fundamental question. Where are we, and what are you doing to make sure Biafra is restored? But before Biafra is restored, what are you doing? The arrowhead that is going to restore this Biafra that have the mandate. You had a man of God told you from the beginning of this program, it's not a prophetic, this is fact. And we must live up to it. That if we allow Onyendu Mazin Nandekane to be anything happen to him in this DSS dungeon, we are going to go into extinction. we need to ask ourselves fundamental question and quit from all this shenanigans. I thank all of you for listening. May Chukwu Kabiyama continue to guide and protect and give us more wisdom and understanding, most of all, to incubate and preserve our Supreme Leader Onyenu Nnamdi Kanu and his entire household, and those that are still standing on the path of truth within IPOB and across board. We pray there shall be peace in the world, that everybody should live in one accord. And may Chukwu Kabiyama give us that as we ask in Chukwu Kabiyama's name. I'm signing out from